notorious they shall be. They sail for gleaming gold, and for glory and for fame. Any foe who meets them wouldn't dare to speak their name.
Ho, to battle we sail, for fortune and victory, or death if we fail. Yo-ho, all to see, for riches or ruin in the notorious arena league.
Be notorious, so notorious, notorious arena league. Will you drink from the winners in the notorious arena league?
All right, everybody, and welcome to the Notorious Arena League, home of the best crews on the seas. Oh, yeah! As always, I'm your host, Rage, and today we've got some really super special guests joining us for today's broadcast. A champion in the Notorious Arena League, a notorious pirate, none other than Monokai, Helm of Odin's Wrath during Season 1 of the NAL. Welcome!
Hello, everybody.
All right, and also representing Sea of Thieves France, and of course we'll be talking a little bit about Skull Bowl as well. It's none other than Hagen.
Hey.
All right, so guys, you've been following the EU scene for a while. We've been doing scrims. You know, it's been about a month and a half since the end of last season, Season 1, and of course all the teams are dying to get out there, and now they know what's at stake. Of course, not just the title of being the best crew on the seas, but also the chance to win the exclusive Notorious Arena League sales we saw in the intro. So today we've got 8 matches for you. Teams will be earning points, so I want to kind of bring your attention over to our point system for the night. You can find our entire league format in our website, notoriousarenaleague.com. Teams will earn points based on their placement, as you see in the table. First place gets 9 points, second 7 points, and so on. Points matter because the 5 teams with the most points at the end of the Brawl stage will be qualifying for the Pro Division of the Notorious Arena League. This is the first week of the Brawl, so we will get to see where teams end up, but it is until the next week when the Brawl finishes that we will get to see. The top 5 teams, they will be in the Pro Division, and then the rest will be in the Semi-Pro Division. It's really something special when matches are actually counted and the points matter. Like basically the practice is over. Now it's the time to show up and claim the glory. So I'm excited to see that today. 8 games. In set 1, we'll be joined by the newest Italian team, also coming from Sea of Thieves Italy, Naglfar, as well as the returning champions, Odin's Wrath. But I will say, they've got a little different roster, and Red Potato, who was previously the commentator for Season 1, has now joined, and he's looking to play and get those sales for himself. They'll also be joined by Born on Boat, the team we haven't seen much of, but we're excited to see what they bring to the table here tonight on the seas. And then, of course, the team that has the biggest legacy in Sea of Thieves Italy, Chaos Corsair, is Sea of Champions Victor, and they're looking to get that glory here in the NAL as well. This is the first broadcast of the official season, and we'll see how they can do this. And then finally, Sea Raiders, a veteran Italian team. They got a lot of talent, and they've been trending upwards in scrims. We'll see if they can show up today. Matches are scheduled to start in just a minute, so hang tight. If you want to go to the bathroom or grab something to drink, do it now, because once the action starts, you won't want to miss it. Hey! thank you so much for your donation. Actually, that is a good reminder here. All your donations today will add up towards the prize pool. So whenever you donate to the NAL, 75% goes straight to the prize pool. 25 goes towards improving the league and keeping this going. We always want to improve the experience. This time, the jump has been basically the music. You guys are hearing some new sounds right now, and I've got some special ones as we get later into the league. And then, of course, the website from the player experience. And if you want to get involved, it's never been easier. NotoriousArenaLeague.com. We got an eye on the lobbies here. We should be setting sail any moment. But guys, so Monokai, you excited? Hagen, you guys pumped for today?
Hell yeah, man. It's gonna be one hell of a fight.
It's gonna be really awesome having your insight, Monokai. Obviously, just spoiling us there. It's not every day we get to talk to a notorious pirate like yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man.
It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be so nice. And then, of course, Hagen. I guess while we wait, I want to give a huge shout out to Gatas and the entire Sea of Thieves France community. I mean, really unbelievable things they're working on, and the production for Skullball has really blown me away. Feel free to let us know about Skullball if you have any insight of what we can expect.
Okay, so Skullball. Actually, we love what the NAL is doing so far. We love it, and we're actually watching it a lot. And we just did the Skullball, which is an event where two teams are on a fort, and there is a skull in the middle, and they need to take the skull to the other team's galleon on the very top of the galleon. So the problem is that you only have 4 players because it's a galleon, and each of them have one sword and a pistol, and only one of the players can choose between a pistol and a sniper. And then it's a 15 minutes game, and you need to get the skull to the very top of the galleon. That's pretty much it, and it's quite amazing. We had some amazing plays from some official teams and some other that are not official yet, but we actually loved it, and we've seen Rage Trucks coming on the stream, and that was also amazing. We loved you.
Thank you. No, it was a pleasure for sure. You guys have really inspired us as well. We're gonna be making some fun commercials of our own. Just wait. The Rage Water is coming nearby to a store near you. Don't worry. The Rage Sweat Water. That's something.
Can't wait for the ads.
That's so fun. I can't wait to make them. But I also saw Back to Skull was playing, so it's nice to see the competitive teams not just doing NAL, but they get every competition they can get. So
yeah,
super
Back
nice.
to Skull is one of the biggest French teams. Actually, they are the winners of a lot of events on Sea of Thieves France, and unfortunately this time they didn't win, even though some people were thinking that they would win. But it's another team that got them, eliminated them, and that won later on. But they have shown some great talent and some great gameplay, and we actually love this team, and we can't wait to see them fighting in the NAL.
Yeah,
again.
well, today is a big day. It's gonna be the first time we get to see 2 big powerhouse French teams going up against each other. Of course, we're talking about Back to Skull and Hostile. They've been dominating scrims. I think last scrim night we had, Back to Skull won, I think, 3 matches in their set, and then Hostile did the same in their own set. So we're all just thinking, oh my goodness, when these 2 teams clash, it's gonna be a hell of a battle.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun watching these 2 teams, but let's not forget the Bobs, who are playing on this set actually, and we cannot wait for them to show us what they're like.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we're having some issues with lobbies. We're remaking that, so just hang tight. Sorry for the delay. I'm sure the refs are doing their best to get us underway, but it's such a dream that we're finally here, because for basically 2.5 seasons the EU community was sitting there watching NA thinking like, hey, you know, that's cool, but what about us? You know, we got some great teams too. And then we're like, yes, I believe you, but we need to see it. But now it's really amazing. We actually get to share for the first time the same league format. So during season 1 of the NAL, we had only 8 teams, so we couldn't do the same stages, you know, that was mentioning. We couldn't do the Brawl, we couldn't do league play and Round of Fate, Grand Finals. We couldn't do any of that. Now we get to do that, so I'm excited. And I guess since we have more time, I can elaborate on that, because maybe you're thinking, okay, well, what is he talking about here? What is this Brawl and Round of Fate and all that stuff? Let's make the most of this situation and go through it. So, you know, the NAL League is designed to last roughly around 2 months. It has 5 stages. The first stage is the Preseason Qualifier. You know, we actually had 12 teams come in and you know, sign up for this season of the NAL for EU. We've gone through qualifiers. Those were not streamed, but I want to show you how we got here in terms of the qualifiers. I want to show you that part. That is currently on screen right now. You can see it. Obviously, the Russian team Shtuka really doing amazing here, winning so many games. 4 out of the 8 first places during qualifiers, really impressive. So Shtuka, a team you can't sleep on. And then Hostile, Chaos Corsair, joining in the top 3. And of course, you know, Octavian and Yuna, the 2 teams that didn't quite make it to the season, but they're still around. You'll see them in scrims from time to time. Now going back though, we're currently in the Brawl. This is when we have matches. Basically, we have randomly generated lobbies, so the teams get to play against the variety of other teams. And at the end of 2 weeks of play, which means each team will play 8 games in total, the 5 teams with the highest points go into the Pro Division. That's what we're watching now. Now, if you guys could keep an eye on the lobbies just to make sure that I don't miss it while I do the explanation.
Oh no, it's good. So far the lobbies are not done.
Okay.
We're just waiting on them.
All right, thank you. Because I know once I get started, ooh, it could be a while here. I could go for days, and I could break out the ukulele, and then we'd be there for months if I break out the ukulele.
Let's go. Well, that's good. Actually, it's better to have a commentary. I mean, a good commentary than just something quiet. Let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course. All right, so let's get into it. So Brawl, you know, that's we're trying to find the teams for the Pro Division and Semi-Pro Division. Finally earning points. That's what this is about. Once we have that figured out, we go into league play. Teams will play in their respective divisions. At the end of 3 weeks of league play, the top 3 teams from the Pro Division will qualify into the Grand Finals. The bottom 2 teams of the Pro Division will have to play against the top 3 teams from the Semi-Pro Division in what's known as the Round of Fate. And I owe it to Potters us to say Round of Fate. Because well, that's where it's a standalone broadcast. It's a longer series. The 5 teams in that lobby will play 7 games, and at the end of the night, the top 2 teams will secure the remaining spots in the Grand Finals. And then, of course, Grand Finals, pretty self-explanatory. By then, we have pretty much this, you know, we've seen the best 5 teams in Europe. We have every team start over at 0, and they play another series of 7 games. At the end of the night, the team with the most points will win and become the next notorious crew, the best crew on the seas. Of course, they'll be earning the exclusive Notorious Arena League sales. And throughout the season, there are critical stages where we may see ties happen. In the event of a tie, we go to what's called the Showdown. A Showdown is a best of 5 series of 1v1s. Each pirate gets to participate only once, unless we go to round 5, where teams might choose their best player to go twice. Now, this tiebreaker system it's only in critical parts of the season. So for example, today it's just the first stage of the Brawl. No problem if teams end up tied. But next week, when we go to stage 2 of the Brawl, if we have a tie for 5th, that would be like 2 teams are tied for that last spot in the Pro League. That would be a showdown. If we happen to have more than 2 teams that are tied, then the tiebreaker will be settled by the team with the highest number of first place finishes. So I hope that has been a good explanation of the league format. If you want to get involved and play in the NAL, if you like what you're seeing, it's quite easy. Just come in, log in, notoriousarena.league.com, and then once you're logged in, you can come here, go to player registration, and if you have a team, of course, team registration. If you don't have a team, no worries. You can always click on the free agents, and you'll see all the gamer tags of the players that are looking to get in there, make their team, and perhaps be the next Notorious crew. So hey, look around, look at this gamer tags, and maybe this is your next best friend here, and a new team in the making. So you never know. You never know. So throughout the night, we will be keeping track of the standings. Of course, we haven't played any games yet, so you'll see every team is gonna start off with 0 points. We'll see how that shapes up by the end of the night. These are the 10 teams that have qualified for the season. Let's go back and see what's going on with those lobbies, because we can't wait.
Yeah, they're still waiting on getting in the lobby, but well, can't wait anymore to see them fighting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, this wait is killing me. This wait is killing me.
Yes.
We had some players donating specifically in the off season because they wanted to start the EU season with a little bit of a prize pool. So I can say right now, as we start the season, it's at least $25 for EU. So hey, we're starting even before the first game. We got something in there, and all these teams are putting in a lot of practice. Obviously, I would say they don't even do it for the money, they do it for the glory, but having a grand cash prize to fight over, that always sweetens the competition for sure. Last time we had in the EU, well, I guess Manuka, you can tell us what was the grand prize your team took home.
Oh, the grand prize was not less at all. It was, I think, a total of at around $680 that we split up to 4 players of us. And yeah, each one of us could already get themselves something pretty nice.
Nice, that's really cool. I like it. You see, and then for NA last season, we just blew every expectation right out of the water. We had almost $1,500 go all. Winner takes all. It was a QRF that took that home. A team that has won 3 times in a row back to back. Now for NAL Season 4 for North America, it's a really interesting season. We don't have the traditional teams like QRF, Forsaken Sun, or Gravetides. It's gonna be a new generation of crews battle it out this season, and so far it's been amazing. Last night we saw the end of the Brawl stage. We got to see the teams that made it to the Pro Division, and what an intense night. It was incredible, and really ultimately it came down to 1 point, similar to the finals for the EU first season when Odin's Rat took home the title by 1 point over Back to Skull.
Actually, we just saw these sales. Like, I was with Mono on a sloop, and these sales are amazing. Like, the NAL sales are beautiful. I wish I could have them.
Oh yeah, but there's only one way to get them, and that is to come through and win the NAL. And it's a brutal thing. It's not, you don't just show up one day and win it. You have to show up over the course of the season and just prove it. Yeah, it's tough. It's a brutally long. It's really hard. But then again, that's the fun thing. When you can equip those sails, you're part of a very, very exclusive group of people that have proven themselves out on the seas to be the best crews in the arena. Yeah, I love the sails. was absolutely amazing. Big shout out to obviously folks over at Rare for making that possible, and also I want to give a huge shout out to Momodiri, who helped us with the design of the cup, as well as Fane, who helped us with the design of the sails themselves. So one of the staff members here in the NAL.
We couldn't do anything without graphic people. I mean, same for the Skull Ball, like all the graphics made by the team. It's just amazing what they can do and the little we can do, actually.
Yeah, no, a lot of really talented people. I mean, and it's really beautiful to see like what is possible when, you know, a group of people come together for the same purpose, same goal, and everybody brings something a little bit different to the table. And when you put it all together, boom, you've got yourself something truly special. And you can really see the love in Skull Ball, and I hope you guys can see the love in the NAL too, because we do put a lot of love into it.
Oh, we have seen the love you guys put into it. That's for sure.
All right, come on, game though. DeMarco, we need you to get us underway. Let's go. The wait's too long. Been a little bit, like 16 minutes over.
It looks like they're loading in currently.
Yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. I'm really excited to see Naglfar in their competition. Obviously, I was saying the latest Italian team to come in and represent the official Sea of Thieves Italy community. Let's hope for the best. I see at least one team made it. Let's hope that all of them did. Okay, Naglfar Odin's made it. Let's see, Born on Boat.
Born on Boat
seems to be in there, yeah.
They made it.
Yeah.
Are you guys able to see? How many perspectives can you see from Born on Boat?
Only one.
Only one?
One.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there are two streamers though, but
Chaos Corsair made it in, and then Sea Raiders loading. I see one person loading from Sea Raiders.
Same here. He seems to be stuck in a bit of a loading screen.
Alright, well, let's hope for the best, because we can't wait. Come on. That's what we came here for, to see the action. It's the notorious Arena League, home of the best crews on the seas. Oh, yeah. And if you're a sub here in the NAL, you can join in on the oh yes, because we got the oh yeah emote. We also got the Pogtail emote. It's one of my favorites. I think Sea Raiders are in. It's looking pretty good. We've got colors being set, and we are almost ready to get the action started. Of course, we need to start the season by checking out Odin's Wrath, the returning champions. We'll see if they can show up today. They gave us all a huge scare when they came in the 10th spot in the qualifier, so they almost didn't make it in, and we were just thinking, oh my goodness, what is going on? You were there in that one, Monokai. You gave us a scare, man.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Oh, bro.
It was tougher than I thought, but I think it's something. I mean, already in the first season, we came into the finals as the 5th team, and in the end, won the whole thing. So I wouldn't say that we scared somebody. It's just our thing.
Oh, okay. I like it. It's all part of the plan. Make him feel confident, and I will just come. We'll come grab the prize at the end, which is what matters. I mean, that is true, and it's it was by 1 point, but everybody remembers, the winners of NAL Season 1 for EU, none other than Odin's Wrath. I'm also super excited to see Red Potato. I think he's taking over those shoes of yours. He's the helm now for the Odin's Wrath squad. Big shoes to fill.
He does, but I think he's going to live up just perfectly for these expectations.
Yeah, I think so too. Obviously, Red Potato has a lot of insight. He knows what works and what doesn't. He got to see it all in the casting for Season 1 of EU. And it's so nice to say this is Season 2. Like, we actually This is amazing, the evolution. And I love to see when I'm casting for EU, I look at chat and I see the players from NA. Like I see, for example, Athena's Chess, Sailor's Bounty. Of course, that is Curse Sales. They are in the Pro Division. Absolutely amazing, guys. And then similarly, when I'm doing the NA, I get to see the EU people in the chat. So it's really cool to see the support. But here we go. Going into game 1, starting with Odin's Wrath. Here we
Hell
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
If we're in the middle, I say we just go.
Yeah, of
pick
course,
first guy.
man.
Already going with the strategies.
Okay, let's see.
We're streaming, remember?
Oh, Red Potato telling his telling is like, we're streaming. Don't let it all out.
Well, yeah, but
Because everyone is gonna review the VODs. That is true. You know, it's not really that smart to just let everyone know. It's okay. Here we go. This is our playbook.
Absolutely.
second, he said.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right side is Sea Raiders.
Okay. Let's see here. We did see some scuttling last night from Death Omens, but I think that's just because they only had 3
Behind us.
players. But right now, every crew
For right or left?
has
Left,
4
left,
players,
left,
and I don't
left.
think we're gonna see any
Red
scuttling.
cannons.
First shots on target on comes from the Sea Raiders, followed by Naglfar, and now Chaos Corsair.
Lost the first mast.
Here comes the broadside. Main mast goes down for Odin's Wrath.
Oh, I'm somewhere.
Trying to figure out that crew they're shooting at. Putting a lot of pressure. I think that's Sea Raiders. Yeah,
It is Sea Raiders, absolutely.
Yeah, Sea Raiders really putting in a lot of work on here on Odin's Wrath. Already 1 member dead to cannonballs. And you can really see already over 1,000 points on the Sea Raiders. That's what I was talking about. It's a team that has been trending upwards for a while.
Absolutely.
And we get to see a sink early. I guess that must be a scuttle from Naglfar. Not sure exactly what happened there. But now Odin's Wrath kind of stuck up against the Sea Raiders. I wonder if they'll tuck in behind.
Sea Raiders gonna get in trouble here, it looks like.
Keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting.
Oh yeah, they get into a small sandwich. Chaos
Lower decks,
Corsair
lower
on
decks,
one
lower
side,
decks. Yeah, shooting.
Odin's Wrath on the other.
Turn more left. We're gonna lose angle.
Yeah, we're max. Okay, left.
We'll
yeah.
see how long it takes for
might be
Odin's Wrath to get those sails up though. I mean, they're currently just going on 1 sail. And once you lose all your sails, it's
Right
almost
side cannon,
impossible
right side
to
cannon.
recover. So they have to take the battles, but at the same time, they have to get their ship back in order too. I feel like that would probably be even a bigger priority. Just kind
I hope I
of
can
just shoot what
repair
you
the wheel
can,
in
but
time.
just break off and take a little time to just reset yourself.
Think I didn't.
You don't want to go down if you don't have to.
Yeah, just go down, go down.
Yeah,
go
but
down.
in a situation like this, it is impossibly hard sometimes to get out of it. Especially if you have teams as strong as Chaos Corsair or Sea Raiders constantly bombarding you.
Yeah, but look at that. Red Potato turning the wheel all the way right.
We
That
have-
actually opens up that room they need to get their mats
We're
back
out
up.
of shots.
And they
Perfect.
managed to get out of that with more points than Sea Raiders, which is amazing because, of course, we saw Sea Raiders did get the better of it initially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going. Let's repair the ship. Yeah, I'm risking from.
Now Sea Raiders again in a new broadside.
Yep.
Let's see who they're fighting against.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. It looks like it's going to be Naglfar.
Yeah, I think the same, yeah.
Already.
Strong cannons there from them.
Yeah, Sea Raiders going only on 1 sail. If they lose the front sail, that's going to be really, really bad for
Naglfar is
them.
getting to second deck. They can manage it.
Uh-oh, Naglfar.
It's a dangerous situation there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coping with it though. It looks like they've got it under control again. But Chaos Corsair racking up the points. Let's go over to them.
Oh yeah, looking strong from those cannons.
See if I can figure out. Oh, there we go.
Ma io non voglio continuare con i giochi. Giuro
Chaos
eravate
Corsair.
già giù. Angolate.
Always bringing it. That NAL, one of the best helms in Europe. We've seen it time and time again.
Faccio io, spara. Spara, spara, spara.
It's kind of
Tra poco abbiamo i
interesting.
blu, ragazzi.
Ok, perché la tengo angolata?
Sparate, sparate, sparate.
You know, we got
And the
three
ball-
Italian
shooting
teams in this one, and then next lobby we'll have the 2 French teams.
I blu ci string... No, si allargano.
Allargano.
Sì.
Pretty close between Chaos Corsair and Odin's Wrath early on. Naglfar having some issues.
Davanti a posto.
C'è alberi.
Ancora a posto.
Sura davanti.
That now looking around, trying to figure out what's the best crew to go after. But I think it's Naglfar involved in some kind of a
Naglfar is
broadside.
already in combat situation though.
Alternate.
Yeah.
See if they can profit of this.
Yeah, Naglfar just had a broadside with Odin's Wrath, little short broadside there. Now they had the opportunity to go left and face Chaos Corsair, but they're instead gonna choose to go right and join that group. It looks like there's a ship on fire. Whoa! Tyler Dad Yum with the $100. Let's get this started off right. NAL.
Well, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Thanks,
All right. Unbelievable. My goodness. I mean, I don't have the exact math, but I'm gonna say we've got at least 100 plus now. It just doesn't seem right to have NAL price pool without at least 3 digits. My goodness, but yeah, going back, it looks like Born on Boat are actually getting up there, trying to challenge for that first place with Chaos Corsair and Odin's Wrath. Here we have it. They're broadsiding up against Odin's Wrath, but they're gonna hit the fort. Here comes the harpoon play.
Harpoon can do something.
Are you guys still only getting 1 view from Born on Boat?
Sadly, yes.
If you refresh?
I'll check it.
Yeah, Born on Boat with the harpoon play, looking to
Yeah,
transition
only one.
over. But it's very close. Now we also see Sea Raiders. Oh my goodness, that's crazy close.
All the
these
teams are coming together again.
Yeah, it's the only Naglfar kind of lagging behind here, but nobody can take their foot off the gas pedal because this is too close. It's just too close.
Absolutely.
Sea Raiders, now let's go over to them because they've found themselves a very fruitful farm. See if we can spot who they're shooting at. This is taking them all the way to first. I think it might be Born on Boat, but I'm not entirely sure.
Actually, on Born on Boats, you got 2 men down. It seems that they're in a bit of a trouble.
Yeah, it seems it was Born on Boat, but they got themselves back up again. They are now already returning the Broad.
Yeah, and then also Sea Raiders kind of sailing towards Chaos Corsair. It's gonna be very delicate. Oh, Rabbit Master with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. All these players from EU are gonna be so happy to find out. We'll have updated price pool figures during next week's broadcast. But you can rest assured that really helps, and all the players are really happy. Of course, it also helps us in the NAL. Make sure that we keep improving the experience. Let's head on over to Odin's Wrath, though. It looks like they're getting ready for a broadside.
Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
They're already working on it.
Help me with the
They're getting a lot of points and catching back.
Yeah, it looks that way. But Red Potato doing good, knowing when to break off and stabilize.
The Bobs are in a bad move. They're stuck in the fort with some masts down.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, man.
John.
They're in for one hell of a time there.
Yeah, Born on Boat. They've got Naglfar trying to catch back up here.
And it looks like they can return fire, but for how long?
The problem is by staying stuck on an island, you become a victim by.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and they have,
That's
barely any cannon range to shoot back. Look at that.
yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a huge farm for everyone. I don't know how Born on Boat haven't sunk yet. If they're stuck on, like, they need to have a strategy to get out.
Well, actually, Naglfar is getting back in the game
Yeah,
by farming the bot.
yeah, but look at that. 6 minutes to go, and we're about to have 5 teams in the 5,000s. Oh man, that's crazy. Talk about close. I mean, this is really, really close. And I love to see this. The NA teams brought it last night, but look at that. Game 1, EU is not messing around. Let's go back over to
Chaos
Chaos
Corsair. Absolutely, one hell of a beauty broadside here.
Yeah, the Sea Raiders really taking the full brunt of it, and then we might even ram up a little bit against each other. This is when those... Oh yeah, Sea Raiders goes down. Now they're...
Able to face Born on Boat again.
Oh man, I wonder what Death Knell is gonna decide. He's thinking of whether to go for Born on Boat or Odin's Wrath, and they go for Odin's Wrath. Here it comes. It's the battle between first and second. Even though Born on Boat is kind of actually
Just
Born on
overshot
Boat is
Odin's Wrath.
yeah, Born on Boat. I don't know how Born on Boat are doing this, but that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. They just got back from a very bad position and are getting back in the leaderboard. That's quite crazy.
Yeah,
But I've seen they've turned around this bad situation to a most favorable one for them.
yeah, absolutely. Now here it comes.
Odin seems to have the better of this broadside though.
Yeah, that is so true. 3 teams in the 6,000.
Hoping that they would take care of him. Sorry, can you stay down? Stay below, stay below, stay below. We got into the farm.
Odin are
Oh, is there a
getting...
board coming from Chaos Corsair
Hoping
on
that they would
green?
actually take care of it, but they didn't. Sorry.
Yeah, it's really
It
made some stuff.
While you're staying down, help me with buckets.
was about to say.
Oh, Red Potato launching some firebombs over at Naglfar. This is pretty close though, man. 4 minutes. Oh man.
Shoot on green, yeah, shoot on green, shoot on green.
Chaos Corsair.
Yeah, purple is basically shooting us. We have to shoot them, yeah.
I think Chaos Corsair are about to get into it with...
transition to yellow.
Hey, Captain Sadok. Update stream link for Born on Boat. Ah, okay. Alright, let's see here.
Tell me about the angle.
Reloading now.
Yeah, shoot.
Is there a way we can set the roster for Born on Boat on the thing? Because that should up in theory should.
Good job,
should
good
have
job, good
fixed
job,
it.
good job, good job, guys.
I'm probably gonna need a bucket in a sec.
All right, let's see here.
Looking at Odin's Wrath, that's one hell of a strong broadside here.
Alright, I'll perma bucket.
They're hitting a lot of shots, getting back in the leaderboard. Maybe first position. That's quite crazy.
Absolutely, they're already on there.
Pressure yellow, pressure yellow.
Pressure.
Those shots
Very-
are not mid.
They're
That's
under
for
pressure
sure.
by us and Chaos Corsair.
Absolutely, and they keep on focusing Born on Boats. They don't have an easy time there.
Yeah, for sure. And now, thanks to Jonas, Captain Sadok, we've got more perspectives from Born on Boat on the main stream here. So
Let's check this out
check
immediately.
that out. Please send that over also to Hagen and Mono. See what's going on there with the audio.
Odin Wrath are taking a lot of advance. I mean, they're getting a lot of points.
Oh, Born on Boat is French too?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Born on Boat is French. That's one of the French teams tonight.
No kidding. Oh, that's so amazing. Okay, let's go.
3 teams competing tonight. That's
3
quite crazy.
teams. That's amazing. Love it. Wow, 2 minutes left. Odin's Wrath really going to town. Naglfar goes down, but Odin's Wrath still racking up the points here. And it's on none other than Chaos Corsair. They're really taking the battle. And Frosty goes for a board.
Alright, let's check what he does.
On the ladder. This could be
He's
huge.
on.
Oh, with the sword. He's going to charge up a lunge on MZ Cry and going for the follow-up. Gets it. Back-to-back lunge.
Kill the fucking
All
game.
right, Death Knell, the next victim in their sights. Wow, lunging across. We haven't seen this in a long time. That
was the end of him.
Good job,
that
man.
was
Good job.
all
You
it
did
takes is for just to miss
Shut
one, but man, actually got
Shut up, you fucker.
a lot of disruption there. Amazing.
Yeah, actually.
Good job, man.
Well, that
Wow.
Let's go, dude.
No
Looks
kidding.
like Odin's
Mister,
Wrath
I
made
don't know how to
this.
shoot cannons.
Yeah, it
it
does.
looks like Nagi
It definitely
just,
does.
just sunk. They just are getting back in the fight.
Born on boat, looking to get long-range shots, but this is almost all over here, and it looks like Odin's Wrath has done enough to secure that one.
First place.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub,
Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Rashkatko. That's a member of the Match Piratas that we'll be seeing in set 2.
First game, baby.
And Unreal Force with the 200 bits.
Relax, bro.
Hey,
Did good, I did
I heard
good.
EU has the best shoutcast crew, she
As soon as
says.
I stepped on that ship,
Some
my
compliments
heart
for
just
us.
boom, boom, boom,
Well, there you have it. Odin's Wrath, first place. Born on Boat, second. Chaos Corsair, third. Sea Raiders, fourth. And Naglfar in fifth. Yeah, very, very well played.
They
We'll be back with game 2 in just a few moments. And as soon as we've got those live standings updated for you, then we'll also be showing you that. That's the fun part. You know, every single performance does matter. Of course, everybody here wants to end up in the Pro Division. And here we have it, guys. After game 1, not surprising to see, Odin's Wrath at the top with 9 points, Born on Boats second, and so on. It was just the same point system as the table that I showed you guys in the beginning of the broadcast. That is the situation we got going on. We'll see where we end up at the end of the night. But so far, very strong start for Odin's Wrath. Wow.
Absolutely.
They did quite well.
Yeah, it was amazing, and it was a close game. Really, it's only towards the end that Odin's Wrath really just kind of took off. But my goodness. Let's see when we get those new colors, the new lobby here. Game 2. Oh, and by the way, throughout the broadcast, you'll see some little tally marks underneath the logos on the top right. That is to let us know that they've won today. They've gotten a first place. So you'll see for the next game a little tally there, an I, Roman numeral for 1, indicating Odin's Wrath has won 1 game today. That's a really cool suggestion. I think Valtora from the Revenants was the one who recommended we do that, and of course we do listen to the community. Hey, Supreme Impulse and Cross in the chat. This is what I'm talking about. You know, we've got the NA teams coming over and supporting EU, and then we have the opposite situation also when we have the NA broadcast. So like the community is just really awesome. It's great to see regions support each other.
That shows how good is the NAL. I mean, when your region is not playing, you get to see other regions playing. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, I love it too. Looks like we're almost ready to go. Of course, we'll start off with Odin's Wrath again because they won the last game.
Alright.
Game 2. Because this is the notorious Arena League, home of the best crews on the seas. Oh yeah! Here we go, game 2.
He should guide us.
Just heard from Odin's Wrath, keep the faith. Let's go, boys.
That is like so cliche, I can't begin to explain. Quote unquote movie line right there.
Yeah, but it's always part of the best movies.
True.
Whenever the coach is saying, keep the faith.
That is so good. I love to see how teams behave right after a victory. They're just all good moods. We'll see if Odin's Rat can use that to help them win again.
got the same positioning,
And they're
of
showing
course.
off Obsidian capstans. Of
Adorable.
course, that also
Yeah,
came
on the
along with
right,
the
left side.
prize for Season 1 of EU NAL.
Drop.
Absolutely.
It was, yeah, it was, I like to
Grab your
spoil
stuff
the
and start
winners
shooting
as
left
much as
side.
I can. And I'm even
Problem
trying to
is,
get even
we
better
don't have the wind
prizes
anymore.
still. Because I know how hard it is to win in the NAL, and when you really win, you
Yeah, we
should
did.
really be
We have
well
to win.
rewarded.
Okay, it seems like Nagelfar just scuttled again.
Early scuttle for them.
Kidding.
Odin's
Me too,
Rad
me
getting
too,
into
me
a
too.
fight early on. See if I can identify the crew.
They're getting sandwiched though,
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
Red Potato
I'm
turning
turning
hard.
right, I'm turning
And
right.
that's
we're
exactly
turning against the wind.
what I recommend.
But they have to turn too.
Yeah,
We're about to be
that's what you have to do. When you're in a sandwich, pick a side, turn the wheel all the way that way, and just
Yeah,
break
that was
it,
Casper
break
said
the
that,
sandwich immediately. And good, well done there, Red Potato.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you shoot cannons
That
on
is
the
where you
left
can
side?
see Chaos Corsair already losing the first angle, but getting right to the next one, currently in the lead.
What? What was that? I heard like a bazooka.
Yep. Indeed, Chaos Corsair
We're
has
gonna have shots on the left side, transition to blue.
an angle, but they have to be careful they don't sail into
No.
Devil's Ridge.
No, yeah, but we have
It's
to.
easy to get stuck there if you don't pay attention. But here comes Born on Boat. The next broadside for Odin's Wrath.
Reload.
I'm turning.
This will be a really kind of a little bit
Yeah, we are
tricky
alone.
here
We
as
can 1v1 these guys.
Odin's Wrath approaches the Sea Dog's outpost. This parallel
Bucket, I'm
broadsides
bucketing.
are where teams typically get the most points.
Just keep the angle for them.
Keep the angle, yeah, the angle is on.
This could
They're
be
running away, I
very,
think.
very fruitful for Odin's Wrath. Starting quite strong. Really
Yeah,
good
they're
to
getting
see
sandwiched
the
now.
change from the qualifiers and now how they're performing in the Brawl.
Keep the pressure.
Head on over to the Sea Raiders. Looks like they are also getting some points. Believe they're shooting at Chaos Corsair off in the distance. And Born on Boat, after that broadside from Odin's Wrath, has gone down. So far, Odin's Wrath,
Looks like-
Chaos Corsair, and Sea Raiders quite well in the beginning.
Looks like we got three teams getting a lot of strength, but two other teams like kind of staying away from the combat.
Yeah, two teams having difficulty, Nagelfar and Born on Boat. A little bit slower start, but with 12 minutes to go, anything is still possible.
Oh, it's because Born on Boats just sunk. That's why.
Let's see
Okay.
Chaos Corsair as they take the first
Sto
place
avvicinando a loro io,
here.
ragazzi.
Ok. Non tutti, raga. Questo è-
Occhio agli splash.
I think that might be Nagelfar they're shooting at. Chaos Corsair getting shots first, but they have somebody on permabucket.
Vabbè. Ti lascio.
It is always dangerous if you have somebody only perma-bucketing.
Yeah.
One backsplash can almost ruin everything.
Continuiamo sui gialli.
Oh yeah, no,
Stefan.
it's
Stringiti, bro.
crazy, but it looks like they've now been able to get things stabilized enough.
Continuate. Più
But
alto.
Nagelfar turning off,
Ok, va
they don't
bene,
want
va
none of
bene.
that.
Prendiamo velocità lì, seguiamo.
3 teams in the
Non abbiamo il
2000s.
centrale.
Stiamo nel casino.
Tirate sul centrale, tirate sul centrale.
Ok, da due info stanno venendo tutti verso di noi.
Facciamo
It
un
looks
set
like
di
Sea
angoli
Raiders and
e
Odin's Wrath are
centrale,
getting into a
forza.
brawl together.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Yes.
huge. The winner
Versus
of this
another
broad
team.
will probably take over first place. I gotta say, I'm a pretty big fan of the Sea Raiders. I've seen them do some really cool stuff. There was my favorite play I remember from the Sea Raiders is Alex Alberto with a sword lunge board from his ship over to the enemy ship. It was amazing. course, we see one of their members getting knocked off the boat. Be swimming to the mermaid as soon as possible to get back. Odin's Wrath takes first place, but barely any difference between them and Chaos Corsair. Looks like Odin's Wrath adding to their points, but it's the long shots.
We are getting there.
They're a bit close to the Red Sea.
I'm helping.
And also, they've got to worry about stabilizing too. Now, this is when probably I would recommend,
Putting the
instead
sail
of
up, help
having
me,
the one
front
person
sail up.
going for the
Front
long
sail up.
shot, maybe it would have been
Got
better
two
to
on
have
build and nobody on
two
repairs
people
right
repairing. Yeah, exactly.
Bucket if you
Probably
wanna.
get out.
Yeah, I
Dave
got
says
the- I
nobody's
got
on
the ship.
repairs. We're only
Go
just
help 'em out.
bucketing, and
Yeah,
that's very important. You
bucketing as
you
well.
have to repair.
Chili's
Like
not
you
repairing?
can't just bucket. You know. And even sometimes having two on repairs and one person hold it on the stairs, it's the quickest way of getting back into it, getting back to 100%. The Chaos Corsair taking the lead right now, and they've got a
Un po'
broadside.
stretto a sinistra.
think that might
prendiamo
be
un po' di botte
Naglfar.
dei gialli,
Let me check that.
On fire.
It is
Abbiamo il sito
Naglfar.
fisso qua.
Aia.
Cosa faccio?
Siamo fuori dal fight
Three
con i gialli
teams
noi,
in the 3000s.
Tutte le vele a parte da dietro.
Sea Raiders,
Tienila
Chaos
dietro.
Corsair, and
Pronti a
Odin's
sinistra, a
Wrath.
sinistra e blu.
Well, and
Abbiamo
even now Naglfar as well.
Ce l'abbiamo a sinistra, dai
Very
sparate.
close. Very
Dai che
similar
ce l'abbiamo,
Very,
ce l'abbiamo, dai,
to
dai,
last
dai, dai.
game. It was only in
Sul
the
basso,
last
ragazzi,
moment that we
andava
really
bene il
saw
primo
the
tiro.
difference.
Fantastico.
It looks like Chaos
continuate.
Corsair has a strong broad here
Mi
on
entrano.
Born on Boat. Let's see who gets out victorious from this
Dai che
broad.
prendiamo il vantaggio.
Yeah. Chaos Corsair.
Taking a lot of points.
They have a very strong broadside. You know, it looks like they have more volume of cannon fire heading over to Born on Boat. Hard to see
Vediamo le
this
cannone,
broadside
ragazzi.
going any other way. We head on over to the Born on Boat squad. You can see them. You know, they've got to worry about Chaos Corsair, but they're also kind of sailing towards another crew as well. This could quickly take a turn for the worse for them.
We're already deck Born on Boat. This is
Oh yeah, on the
dangerous.
stairs. Yeah, they managed to get it back down, but it's scary. It takes all three. I mean, I guess the whole crew. I see one backsplash.
Je peux continuer à tirer ou pas?
But they do have to return the fire.
Yeah, Odin's Wrath, I think, on one side. Chaos Corsair on the other. Not easy.
Seems to be scuttling.
Oh, wow.
Viens à couler, ok.
And now Odin's Wrath can transition on Born on Boat. Now let's see. Let's see Odin's Wrath. I hear some creaking there of their own.
Almost listening.
It does look fine.
Yeah,
Their own cannons.
I'm leaving angle now.
Yeah. Nobody on repairs so far.
That's a huge. Winning that broadside there and forcing the scuttle out of the Chaos Corsair is huge. But I think that it's just
Yeah,
a lot
keep
of
the
teams
shots
that were
nice.
shooting,
Keep
and
the
there's
shots
another
nice.
boat on the other side. So
What
Chaos
the
Corsair definitely got sandwiched there. It wasn't just
Okay,
Odin's
yellow is
Wrath
coming
shooting
behind
at them.
us.
Yeah, sometimes
keep those
it's better
long
to
shots, keep those
scuttle
long shots.
than
Good job,
giving
good job.
points to all the
Drop.
teams.
Front a bit.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, I mean, when you
Yeah,
play
just keep
regular
shooting those long
arena lobbies,
I'm good.
if you scuttle, it's almost like, you know, people want to shame you
and
for
yellow-
it. It's like,
somebody's
oh,
coming
haha,
behind
you
us, I
scuttle
don't
your
know who
boat.
that is.
But in the NAL, if you know, it's the other way. If you don't scuttle, if you let teams farm you for 5 minutes for a whole match,
Yeah, he don't shoot,
that's
man.
the thing that's the embarrassing part. You know, not recognizing
Higher,
when you just
higher.
have to let it
Yeah,
go.
good job.
You don't want your ship to become a
Transition.
farm.
Exactly.
Transition to the other ship, to red.
Yeah, Sea Raiders doing quite well, but already Red
They're gonna
Potato
run now. They're gonna run away.
saying we need to transition to red. Of course, red being the Sea Raiders.
Get those long shots.
Long shots, boys. Long shots.
Now let's go over to the Sea Raiders and see how they're able to put up with this broadside onto Odin's Wrath. What they're thinking. They also have
Already
one on boat, shooting them
Back
from behind.
to problems from behind, yeah.
Yeah, with 6 minutes to go.
They're turning around to now with the better broadside on Born on Boat. Let's check this
see.
out.
Yeah, Born on Boat on fire. Whoa! Richinator with a $50 donation. Thank you so much. My goodness. The EU is going to be very happy. I can't wait to come next week and give you guys the updated figures, but that's going to be really, really cool. I mean, just by guessing, I would say we're probably at 200 plus. Just a guess, but we'll see. The official figures next week. Five minutes to go, and Sea Raiders holding on. But Odin's Wrath, they've got a farm of their own. I guess both teams have quite a farm. Obviously, Sea Raiders looking to get as many points as they can out of Born on Boat. Odin's Wrath doing the same. Let's see where Odin's Wrath is getting their points from.
Bail.
I think it's
I got it. Fuck.
Naglfar?
Yeah, oh, Odin's has trouble.
Oh.
Odin's back splashes. Ooh, they went down.
Oh,
they went down.
that looks
man.
bad.
Yeah,
We move on.
Second deck.
they've gone down.
Oh,
Dude,
they've
I
gone down.
backsplashed once, made it go
Yeah,
Let's
it's
check who's in
Yeah, I
first
told you.
place. Sea Raiders now in first place with good distance and only 4 minutes to play.
yeah, and they have such a good farm on Born on Boat. Like this is perfect for the Sea Raiders. A team we've said they've been trending up. Really looking to make a statement in the Italian Sea of Thieves scene. There's so many teams from Italy, and I guess so many teams from France too. It's amazing. I mean, really.
Looks like these are the two main players, even though we got team from all over the Europe.
Yeah. You know what's really interesting is we don't have a single team that is purely like from the UK. We don't have any teams from the UK. So what's going on? UK, where are your teams? Solanum from Back to Skull saying, can I have some love? Of course you can. Are you kidding me? We're all waiting for that. We're all waiting.
Can't wait for the games.
Of course. We're all waiting here. 3 minutes left. Sea Raiders looking extremely good. This farm on Born on Boat has been insane. I mean, I think they've gotten, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it feels like 5,000 points off of Born on Boat alone.
Does look
Could
like
be
that.
actually.
I mean,
four to
yeah.
5. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been insane.
They almost have no cannonballs left, the Sea Raiders.
Oh my goodness. 2 minutes
Player-
to go.
The players just struggle to find some.
Yeah, every ship comes equipped with 600 cannonballs, plus the specials. Oh man.
Oh, and Odin's Wrath is coming back into the action with some distant
coming
shots
back.
here.
Yeah, they'll be looking.
Though.
They'll be looking to secure their second place finish. Sea Raiders looks pretty much locked in for the first place of this game. It seems to me like it's more of a battle for third.
Oh, yeah, I can see Chaos Corsairs having those strong distant cannons.
Sono morti. Ci stanno sparando anche
That
addosso.
Nell goes down.
Sea Raiders have pretty much secured the first place. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
battling for the second place.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the gap for second is pretty substantial.
Tenetela,
It's
ragazzi,
the closest
tenetela.
gap we're
Blu,
seeing
mi sa
right
che
now
ci superano.
is the gap. Well, I guess
sa che ci
all the way
superano.
from third to fifth, it could be
Ci hanno
anything.
dato
It's
50
just
incatenati
but all
Yeah.
those teams have to keep fighting till the end. Looks
Okay.
like
Even though,
Casper
like,
said-
Odin's Wrath is getting a lot of points.
Oh yeah,
Got taking the second place.
Sorry,
yeah. I
sono
mean,
appena
second
spawnato.
place, you get 7 points for that. It's just too shy of the 9. So, you know, it's still good to get second. You could argue if a team places second every single game, Oh, Chaos Corsair with some
Could
issues.
having a lot of trouble
But
here.
look at that nail though. I mean, the bucket XX on that nail is something else, I tell you.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. So good at it.
It's very hard, but he's doing it very well.
Yeah, for sure. But look at that. The Sea Raiders putting on quite a performance right now, taking this victory. Odin's Wrath in second place, Chaos Corsair third, Born on Boat fourth, and finally in fifth, Naglfar. That's game 2.
I'm actually quite amazed. Like, I'm quite amazed on how Born on Boats got back in the game. I mean, they were farmed and all the mass down by like 2 or 3 teams and got back to the 4th position. That is quite good.
Yeah, very impressive.
But all the teams are playing very well, especially like on this game, Chaos Corsairs have done like amazing. No, Sea Raiders, my bad.
Yeah, Sea Raiders really did amazing for sure. Now we'll be looking to get you guys the updated standings so we can keep track game by game how things are panning out. So here it comes. This is where we are after 2 games here in the Notorious Arena League. Odin's Wrath holding on to that first place with 16 points, Sea Raiders in 12, Born on Boat with 10, tied with Chaos Corsair for the 3rd place, and Naglfar currently struggling with 4 points. 2 more games remain in set number 1. So remember, you know, those 5 teams that we're watching, they have played more games than the other 5 teams, you know, so the, you know, kind of this standings is not really telling us the full picture until we get to the very end when every team would have played in 4 games today. If you're wondering about the Obsidian Capstan giveaway, you'll be happy to know that yes indeed we'll be having one. It'll come right at halftime when we switch between set 1 and set 2. So that's between game 4 and game 5. Make sure you stick around for that. We'll be starting game 3 with the Sea Raiders. Oh, look at that! More players from NA. We got Supreme Impulse from Supreme Impulse from Blood Tallyman. How does it say Odin's Wrath? Because he's cheering on, Odin's Wrath. And we also see Payray from the Sloop Deluxe. And what a performance from Payray! I gotta say, really, I'm thinking about nominating him for the Peg Leg Awards for Helm. Unbelievable. And then, of course, we see the Octavians and members of all the... It's so nice to see the support. You guys are amazing. Ferdinand here. Yes, Diminisher, for sure. From the Black Cells crew. And I saw Cross earlier as well, too. Justin BTW, Blood Tallyman. Yes, that is true. We saw that. Big Pino as well. Ladder Camper.
Oh, a lot of
Alright.
Kente from the Black Sails.
Exactly.
They did quite good yesterday, actually.
Oh, they were in the Skull Ball?
No. I mean,
in the NAL. Oh, yeah, true. No, they. Yeah, that. What am I thinking? They made it to the Pro Division. Yes, of course they
Yeah.
did.
I think they got 2nd, something like that.
Yeah, they did really well. All right, here we go. Game 3, starting with the Sea Raiders. Let's go. Let's see here. Now we see the tally marks next to Sea Raiders and Odin's Wrath. Sea Raiders getting a pretty nice spawn. They're getting like right at the edge, so they don't have to worry about getting sandwiched early on. Oh, Matt plays with the aliens. Octavians are supporting Odin's Wrath. Alright, we'll see how they do. They seem to be doing pretty good today. 1st place and 2nd place for them. First shots of the game go to Born on Boat, and then followed by the Sea Raiders. Seems like initially we're always seeing broadsides coming between Odin's Wrath and the Sea Raiders. been the trend that we keep seeing. Chaos Corsair doing amazing now. Let's go over and see
Ci sono I verdi.
what's going on with them.
I verdi ci fanno
Oh, they're
male, lo
looking
so,
to
i verdi
to line up a broadside on the Sea Raiders.
Non vuoi tirarci la vela, non vuoi
No, non voglio
The
tirare
battle
su un
between
cazzo.
two Italian
Mano di
teams
sinistra,
here.
ragazzi, fra poco
Sea Raiders
esplosive.
trying to go for a long
Esplosive ora.
range chain shot, but just coming in just a bit
Esplosive
short.
tutte.
Here comes the broadside. All 4 members of Chaos Corsair on cannons.
Bene.
A lot of pressure going in towards the Sea Raiders at the moment.
Quanti punti persi, porca
Perdiamo il
miseria.
tiro, va bene, fa
Sì,
niente.
abbiamo perso punti. Calma, calma, abbiamo tirato giù una vela, dobbiamo allontanarci un attimo, dobbiamo lasciare i rossi farmare sui verdi. E poi torniamo qua, perché qua ci stanno targettando tutti.
Sono risalito.
Sulla centrale.
Oh man, here it comes.
Sulla centrale,
They're not
ragazzi.
done with their broadside on the
Veloce,
Sea Raiders.
fast,
Dead
fast,
now.
fast.
Will full crank to the
Pronti cannoni di
left.
sinistra, ce le avete mi sa,
Sì.
Vai, sparate.
Here it comes. The broadside continues. Chain shot going out. It's impressive how teams are not
Va
scared
bene, va bene.
to launch those chain shots from pretty decent far distance. I usually save them for when it's much closer.
Si schiantano sul dito, No.
Non lo so. Ne ho
But
ammazzato
Sea
uno.
Raiders in trouble. They can't really turn
Dai,
away
dai,
off
dai,
of
dai,
this.
che ne
They
ho
have an
ammazzato uno.
island in their way, so they have to
occhio
just
al giro,
tank
Sì,
it.
calma, ci sono.
Chaos Corsair really
Forza,
has Sea
sparate.
Raiders right where they
Ora che
want
non
them.
stanno sparando, fate i buchi
And
sotto,
you can tell
ragazzi,
by the
dovete
fact
fare i
that
buchi
Sea
sotto.
Raiders is not returning fire
Buchi
back.
sotto,
They've got to
quando non
have a
sparano.
lot of holes right now. Let's check with
Sparano,
them.
sparano, sparate
Finally
sopra.
get back on cannons.
Would immediately go down again.
Yeah, immediately go down because they're getting so much shots.
Yeah.
It looks like Odin's Wrath just went down.
Odin's Wrath, yeah, sinking
With
early
everybody
on.
dead, almost.
I really want to see how if it's possible for Sea Raiders to turn this battle around, but it looks to me like Chaos Corsair is just only hitting the top deck pretty much. They just want to farm as much as possible. This is
They're
crazy.
getting one
L'ho presa
hell of
quella
a
dietro.
lead with this
No, no,
already.
gliel'ho
Yeah, I mean Sea Raiders they've been in the defensive the
Abbordali.
whole time.
Abbordali.
Oh wow, they're calling for a board play
Let's see it.
on the Sea Raiders.
Cosa, aspetta.
Oh
Guarda che non
wow,
ci arrivi-
here
non
comes
ci arrivi più.
Taigis. It might be a bit short.
Ci arrivi?
Yeah,
he's
it
gonna-
was.
yeah.
Continuate.
A little bit too short.
Continuate. Continuate. Cercate di mirargli proprio alle vele.
Le sta tirando su.
Indeed, just a bit short.
Però sono pieni di fuoco.
12 minutes remaining here.
No, potremmo far marcia su tutta la partita.
A riuscirci. Giù la centrale, ragazzi.
L'hanno sistemata la vela comunque.
Giù la centrale, ragazzi. Se ne,
Mannaggia, non mi ha caricato nel
se ne
cannone.
vanno. Se ne vanno. Angolate le vele.
Ok. Sinistra.
Angolate tutte.
Aliam.
Vele a sinistra.
Now, let's check out Born on Bud. Looks like they've got a farm of their own. I think it might be on the Odin's Wrath. Yeah. Born on Bud and Odin's Wrath going at it. This game has been very difficult for Odin's Wrath. Haven't really been able to get anything really going for them. And it seems like,
looks like
yeah, it seems like they respawned right in Born on both sites. And hard for, I mean, literally they're taking cannon fire from all 4 Born on Boat members. Yeah, this is very, very difficult.
but they can turn it around.
Allez les gars, c'est cadeau.
Il se réveille les gars, attention.
Je vais essayer de prendre la prise au canon. Oh, ils balancent tous leurs spéciaux.
Ouais. Allez les gars.
Garland, ils nous ont mis un peu les spéciaux qui me fait perdre un tout petit peu.
Yeah, Odin's Wrath is getting a hard time.
On tape énormément le deck quoi, genre on a...
They're getting shots from all the.
Yeah,
the
I mean, Odin's Wrath is trying to return fire best they can, but I mean, Born on Boat is taking this farm all the way to first place right now.
On a tué énormément de points sur eux.
Really
Normalement,
scary
franchement, on peut
stuff
encore faire
Odin's
Mecs
Rat.
sont pas si- je suis
Oh,
mort.
but there it goes. They
Mecs sont
pick
pas
up
si
a
bien.
player with a cannonball.
Il y a un tout petit peu de feu qui peut si je
On the other
te
side,
mets
we have Chaos Courser wrapping up even more points.
Giù da davanti, giù da davanti.
Oh
giù da
yeah,
davanti.
they were just, they're still shooting over at Sea Raiders.
Dovete sparare ai viola ragazzi.
And now here comes.
Ai viola adesso, ora.
They
ora,
are
ora.
lining up on Naglfar. So really, Chaos Corsair not taking it easy on any of the Italian teams. Just going out there for going for the Sea Raiders. That NAL goes down.
Forza, spara. Restami.
Resto
Usa-
io.
Ce l'avete delle speciali?
No,
Non più.
però forse prendiamo il
Vabbè,
vantaggio.
continua a sparare.
Oh,
Dai.
Odin's Wrath is almost getting down.
Dai che prendiamo, possiamo
All
prendere
4
la-
players
Passo,
bucketing.
ragazzi, le palle.
Oh man,
Oh, they just saved it
Continua-
actually, but
that's crazy.
Continua a prendere.
No, they went down.
Now they've
Last
gone
time.
down. Odin's Rat now
Yeah.
sinks for the second time this game. It's gonna be very hard for them to salvage anything, but they will need to be at least looking to get like a third place finish or something like that. So far, Chaos Corsair really doing outstanding this game. Amazing broadside on Naglfar.
Sulla davanti.
Tiro solo davanti.
No, non
Currently
possiamo.
born
non
on
possiamo.
boats.
Sì, tirala su, tirala
For
su, tirala
now,
su.
still on the second place, coming up close.
Mi stanno
Yeah, Born on Boat
mi stanno al
doing
timone,
amazing
mi stanno al
too.
timone. Pronti a sparargli. Vai,
Comes-
vai.
You can really see Chaos Corsair as they go for the top decks. And that's working.
Io gli
We don't
faccio
see
qualche
any
colpo
return
giù, gli
fire
faccio
out of
qualche colpo
Naglfar
giù.
because of that.
Yeah, they're only bucketing, one person is dead. They somehow try to return the fire.
Yeah, but by then
Sì,
it's,
qualche buco sotto, ragazzi.
they've lost all the
Hanno tirato giù
initiative
la
here.
vela
It's so
dietro.
hard to get back on cannon
C'hai tirato.
when you got everybody just shooting you.
Tira giù là davanti.
Ok, ci hanno sparato, vabbè, lasciali, lasciali.
Mi ha rotto il timone con un'incatenata.
That NAL immediately
Pronti,
hit by
ragazzi,
a
a destra,
cannonball and
pronti,
the wheels
ragazzi, a destra.
broken. Getting the repairs.
Lo riparo io. Pronti, fra poco ce li
Sotto
abbiamo.
dovremmo essere
Fra
a
poco
posto.
ce li abbiamo, pronti.
Han tirato solo davanti.
Vai,
Oh, here
sparate,
comes the
ragazzi.
next
Vai,
angle
non hanno
though.
più vele, sono
Dead
fermi.
NAL.
Dai, dai, dai.
Lining up a broadside that's gonna allow him to get all 4 on cannons. I can almost see it coming. He's gonna go run down and join the
Yeah,
broadside.
there he
Yeah,
goes.
there he is. You just know it, the
No, serve
experience.
anche, non hanno
That's
buchi
one hell of a
Helm.
dangerous broadside.
Yeah, it's insane. You can just already tell. It's like
sulla davanti.
people are like rage
non serve
struck the
rallentare, non
psychic,
serve,
but
non
you
serve,
mean
non serve.
you don't have to be a psychic to see it. You already know what he's thinking when he's lining it up like that. The best helms I always know how to get
Sono i
all
rossi
4
là.
players on the
Tirate
cannons.
su, tirate giù la centrale.
Ok.
Velocissimi. Giù.
And now they're getting ready. Born on Boat off in the distance.
Fatto, non preoccupate.
Let's go over to
Destra
Born on
rossa.
Mettez-vous
Boat.
l'avant, les gars, s'il vous plaît.
Hey! Andre
Oh,
Lamb with the 200 bits. Who's the best team in the NAL, chat? Watch out.
T'inquiète, t'inquiète.
oh,
now we see Naglfar having now the stronger broad.
Là, ils vont plein mer rouge. Hein.
Yeah, we see Born on Boat and Chaos Corsair trading broadsides here. I mean, this is really where...
battery.
Oh, what is this? Changing battery? I don't know what that is, but okay. You gotta change the batteries, guys. Watch out. Don't run out of batteries. Born on Boat.
Ils ont l'angle de
You
mon
still
canon.
have a
Moi,
lot to go.
Je peux pas tirer. Je suis mort. Allez.
Oh man, but Chaos Corsair already taking out 2 players. Their broadside is just nasty this game. Their transitions are happening and they're flawless. They might even break the 10k points. With 6 minutes to go, they've got plenty of time for that. We're still waiting for a team to break the record for most points ever in an official match,
Le bar est mort aussi.
which is 14,500.
Ah, merde, je peux pas. Ok.
And there it
Just
is.
look.
Chaos Corsair breaking the 10k.
Allez, le backscreen.
5 minutes to go. We might see it. I mean, technically, if you say you farm 1,000 points per minute, Chaos Corsair is currently on pace to break the record for most points ever if they keep this up. And if Born on Boat don't scuttle or sink,
C'est juste nos boulets.
we might be in for a record-breaking performance.
Absolutely, and on the other hand side, Odin's Wrath climbing the ladder of points back up, now already in second, and pushing and putting a lot of pressure on the third place.
Yeah, Odin's Wrath climbing from the very bottom. We'll see if they can manage to get third. Naglfar goes down, Odin's Wrath in third. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the best scenario for them. You know, going for second or first, not realistic. But look at that, Chaos Corsair, 12K. I mean, no, let's go over. We have to see it from Chaos Corsair perspective. And what is Born on Boat? Like, what's their plan here? Like, it seems like
they're already calling out the Red Sea, Chaos Corsair.
I wonder if they even know about the record, if they care.
Sto facendo. Mi serve un'arpionata, un'arpionata.
Oh, they're calling for the harpoon. Oh, if they get the harpoon, this could very well be the record. They didn't get it though.
Yeah, but all their cells are down.
Man.
They should be able to turn quite fast and keep
This
that
late, Born on Boat won't want to scuttle though.
No, l'onda. No,
Oh
l'onda.
my goodness, Chaos Corsair could break the record.
Esplosive, vai, l'ho tirata io. Ho ammazzato
They are
uno.
hitting every single shot.
Fantastico, minchia quanto li ho girati.
3 minutes to go.
Continuate, vai.
Born on Boat is an absolute world of pain here.
Continuate ragazzi.
Black Sails crew and Back the Skull. Both teams were I mean, both of them. We say they both hold the record together for the most points, but I think that's about to be broken here by Chaos Corsair. 13,000.
Because like two of their crewmates
So
just died.
much. Yeah, this is crazy. This is the farm for the game. I mean, this is the record-breaking farm here on Born on Boat. I don't. It's brutal. I mean, you can't really blame Born on Boat because this is kind of late into the match, and you definitely don't want to, you know, you don't want to lose any points.
Absolutely, and the way it looks like, they can start to return fire, slowly and steady.
Dai, sparate, sparate, sparate.
It looks that way, but I think we will for sure be seeing a new
Sparate
record.
in basso ora.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
Chaos Corsair. This is insane.
They're almost at 16,000 points on the Born on Boat view.
Man, that's insane.
So
2 minutes to go.
Giù,
they're
tira giù,
already
tira giù,
at
tira giù.
16,000.
I
That's
see.
great.
You were like, why are they not scuttling?
Io tiro giù
Well, that's
davanti.
because they don't want to lose. I mean,
le ultime
wait,
palle.
if Born on Boat scuttles, hey, all of a
Tirate
sudden,
tutto, ragazzi.
Odin's Wrath may be getting, you know, inspired here and goes for second, you know? So Born on Boat
Arrivano i
does
verdi.
not want
Sparate.
any of that. But Sea Raiders coming in now. They spot the juicy farm and they want to put a stop to it.
Ali,
It
riesci a
looks like Chaos
tornare?
Corsair ran out of cannonballs.
No way, they've done it. They've actually ran out.
Crai è fuori.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
look like
Voglio
it.
secchiare.
Oh, that's it.
Just Arrow didn't
They have nothing to fight back anymore.
Yeah,
They're just
nothing.
Okay,
They
well,
shot too much.
they shot it. But look at that. Over 60K. This is crazy in an official match. No way.
Non abbiamo
No
un cazzo
way.
sotto,
That's
praticamente,
insane.
abbiamo due buchi.
That was literally the 10K only on Born on Boat, at least. At least, if not more.
Ma raga, ma 17k?
That is absolutely incredible.
Sto secchiando.
Odin's Wrath is barely holding on to third. We see the Sea Raiders scoring a lot, but now Odin's Wrath also scoring. Dude, the points are still going up for the Chaos Corsair, and they haven't shot in so long.
Ali, spara, spara,
They're
spara.
finally.
They're fully
There
repaired.
it
They're
is.
fully repaired.
Spara.
We're gonna. We
Yeah,
need.
yeah, they're only repairing.
We need this. I think they might have gone to steal cannonballs. Oh my goodness, 17K? Could it be? Oh.
You can hear the excitement from
my
them.
goodness.
Record nuovo.
New record in the NAL. They were going for the record. For sure they were going for. You heard it.
Nice.
Chaos Corsair is now the record holder with 17K points in an official match. They get a first place here. Born on Boat second. Odin's Wrath third. Sea Raiders fourth. And Naglfar fifth. What a treat here. Set 1. 17,000 points for the Chaos Corsair. And I see Aggie saying, WTF. Payray. You know, of course, members of the Fighting Falcon and Slip Deluxe just completely in shock. Mandala super excited. Unbelievable. Woo!
That is actually amazing.
No, that really was the farm of the all ages, the legendary farm. We may never see a farm of that level again. Look at that. Solanum says we're going for 20k, I guess. That's crazy. We may see teams scuttle just so they can get more cannonballs and keep going. All right. What a performance. Unreal. Let's check out the live standings as we head towards the last game of the first set. Very, very interesting. With this performance, we see Odin's Rat holding on in the first place spot at the moment. Chaos Corsair in second. Born on Boat third. Sea Raiders in fourth. And Naglfar in fifth. Unbelievable.
It's actually crazy how close they are in the points. I mean, it's only 2 points between each place. I mean, everything could happen.
Yeah. Chaos Corsair record 17k. That's crazy. I still cannot believe it. The farm of the epic, like the farm of all ages there. Like, that's insane. Here we go, guys. Setting up those colors for game number 4. If you're here and you're wondering about the Obsidian Capstan giveaway, then you'll be happy to know that's coming right after this next game. This is Stage 1, Week 1. That is correct. This is the first official broadcast of EU NAL Season 2. Oh my goodness, that's great. Raking records. Chaos Corsair 17,000. I think at the end they stole cannonballs. I think that's where they got the last shots from.
It was actually quite easy to do this score, like, I mean, before the emissary update, when you had like all the chests, but now it's very hard, and yeah, only by farming you can get this much points.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, here we go, guys. Game 4, starting with Chaos Corsair. Let's do this.
Ok.
Giù tutto, cannoni di sinistra, come al solito.
Chaos Corsair will be very happy, and we know they are very close to that number 1 spot on the standings.
Non sono partiti a sinistra, sono partiti a destra. Sulla centrale. Sulla centrale. Veloci. Anche là davanti.
Non ci sono, raga, stavo refillando.
Thank
Anche
you
là
so
davanti.
much, guys, for the follows.
Vai
Veloce.
davanti, arrivo io.
Vai te, Taigis.
Veloce.
Destra, giusto?
Sì, sparate a destra.
It looks like Odin's Wrath having trouble to move at the beginning and immediately paying
Basta
for
le
it.
cannonate, ragazzi.
Tieni d'occhio anche viola.
Sì, le sto
See, and
tenendo.
Naglfar getting into the early broadside with Chaos Corsair.
Le mie entrano.
Mi entrano.
And I gotta say, like, if I'm Chaos Corsair
No.
and I got a 17k point game on Born on
Giù da
Boat,
davanti ora. Ora
I'd
giù da
be
davanti.
sailing straight over to Born on Boat again, just to see.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what I would be
Continuate a
doing.
sparare qua, a destra.
But I think Born on Boat also learned this lesson that they should probably go down earlier from now on.
I mean, but that again, it's just like everything has to line up perfectly,
Viola
because that's the
passano
thing.
fra poco.
Like, Born on Boat doesn't really mind
stanno
giving
passando, sono
points
dietro di noi
to the
lontani.
team that's above them, because they already had such a lead anyways.
Perdendo il tiro.
They
Ho lasciato
worry
il
more
target-
about
il target
giving
dei
points
rossi
to
e
the
viola.
teams below them, and obviously if they sink, that's getting the
Però
teams
i viola
below them
continuano a
closer to
targettare noi.
them. So
Il Mar Rosso.
And actually, like, they could get some
Centro
points
mappa.
by,
Stanno arrivando i
even by
Sì, abbiamo
getting
gialli,
farmed,
abbiamo
they could
gialli.
get some points and still be in the
Occhio
lead.
gialli
I mean, in
lanciato.
second
Yeah.
place, so...
yeah. Chaos Corsair starting quite strong.
Probabile.
Non lo so.
Sì, ci vedo allargarsi.
Dite quando entrano, ragazzi. Dai, dai,
And
dai, dai.
actually, if you guys stayed yesterday for the end of credits for NA, we got to see a little blooper from Chaos Corsair. Ramming against the rock, they managed to flip themselves right over.
Oh!
Yeah.
I don't think this is a blooper. I think this is only their special
È
maneuver.
morto, Taiji.
Distract all the
Special.
enemies.
It's faster than
Mi
Scuttle,
allontano.
guys. Faster than Scuttle.
It's a little
The other day
tactique.
too, we've seen also.
No, ci stanno
I think it was
beccando
Taiji's.
tantissimo giù.
I guess Chaos Corsair giving us lots of bloopers so far in the season. Taiji's actually scuttled to desktop
Si
too
avvicinano.
a couple
Si
weeks ago.
avvicinano.
Ok. Cerchiamo di prendere il vantaggio, ragazzi.
Più in basso le cannonate, sono molto più vicini, ragazzi. Dai, 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 dai.
Le mie tirano.
Ok.
Yeah, Chaos Corsair
Vai.
is taking the lead and like 1000 points in advance. That's
In alto.
hitting all those long shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Mandela in chat saying, yeah, I think they actually did well to not scuttle, thinking about Born on Boat last game. And yeah, I mean, I think so too, because just
Dai che entrano,
everything
ragazzi.
had to line up perfectly there for Chaos Corsair to actually be able to pull off a farm like that. Early on though, Chaos Corsair keeping up with their points. Odin's
Come on.
Rat struggling yet again.
Merda, mi sono incastrato. Secondo piano.
Secondo
Let's go over to
piano.
Sea Raiders. They put on the pressure. And look at the little tallies next to Odin's Rat, Sea Raiders, and Chaos Corsair. If you need any more proof, then you need a format like this to, you know, over the season, so we can determine the best crews. And I mean, just look at it. If we had only this broadcast, you know, then what are you gonna say? Like Odin's Rat, Sea Raiders, Chaos Corsair, both they all won. They're all really good teams. It's just you know, that's the beauty of the NAL League format. I really feel by the end, after the 2 months, we can say without a doubt we found the best crew on the seas.
Absolutely. It does not, as you already said, take one evening and you're done with it. It takes months with preparation, training, concentration, and especially never giving up.
Oh yeah, it is very easy to give up, but you have to be very strong mentally to know that, hey, just keep at it, learn, review the VODs. Things will get better. So.
Exactly.
Now let's head on over to Naglfar.
They just scuttled and
Oh,
they're
they're
back in the
coming
fight.
back. Yeah, they're
Getting back to
coming
the
back.
fight.
We'll see where
Wanna-
we can find the next fight.
Odin's Wrath is taking long shots actually.
See ya.
There's like still some magical balls right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all long range shots.
And actually
Born on
hitting a lot
boat.
of them.
Climbing to first right now.
Drop front, please. Drop front. This is the moment we split and we.
I want to go back over to Born on Boat and see how they're managing to do this.
One of their players just went down. But they're not under fire and then they can easily shoot back.
J'ai un boulet spéciaux.
Arrive. On va aider derrière eux, on a un bête d'angle sur eux là.
J'ai tué un mec,
GG.
Yeah, it was a farm, a little bit of a farm on Naglfar. We'll see though.
On va tellement être
Odin's Wrath
vert, mais par contre c'est vers là.
trying to catch him in the long range shots.
Mettez-moi le mid les gars, mettez-moi le mid s'il vous plaît.
On l'a perdu. Je la récupère. Je la répare. Et elle est mise.
Calme. Là gros j'ai l'impression d'être Tracer mec, j'évite tout moi.
Sea Raiders also quite close. Let's head over to them. Racking up the points. I think they might be attacking Chaos Corsair right now. This is a very close game with 9 minutes to go. One sink would take you all the way from first place to last.
It looks like the team are also playing a little bit more defensive this round.
Yeah. the last match for this week for this for this 5 teams. I want to make sure they end on a win. Chaos Corsair under a lot of pressure from the Sea Raiders.
Yeah, they're actually hitting like long shots and not getting close anymore.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. We'll see who gets the better.
Somebody from Chaos got shot over boat. Maybe he's gonna try to go for a board here. At least he's trying to. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna get that board. Oh, he's gonna get awaited on the ladder. Yeah, they're waiting for him. He made it through.
There he is. That NAL.
Ah,
At the top. They catch him. But nice try. Naglfar goes down.
Girami leggermente a destra.
Non posso, c'ho lo scoglio.
Sto arrivando, non
Va
c'è.
bene.
C'era un border da loro, sparate, sparate. Han tenuto l'ancora.
Oh, there's another border. Sea Raiders.
Let's check this out.
Oh, but we don't have a perspective on that. Oh no, never mind. What am I talking about? That was not. Never mind. Oops.
Happens.
Yeah.
Actually, Sea Raiders are anchored down, so it's quite an easy target for the other teams.
Yeah, indeed.
Born on Boats is coming up on another ship. They're having a clean broadside without having to fear anything currently.
Yeah, it looks like that might be Sea Raiders. Which is perfect. You know, it goes to speak for Born on Boat and the targeting. Currently in second place. Smelling that victory, it makes sense to go after the Sea Raiders.
Absolutely.
Vas-y, bah mettez-moi le mid les gars.
J'y suis. C'est bon, c'est Mikiko. Je check, Emma, ça c'est bon, l'encre. Je crois que j'aurais réparé plus de trous que de tirer de boulet.
Ouais, je pense pas, mais.
On est vraiment pas loin là.
Very close. Odin's Wrath also getting up there, but man, Sea Raiders, they keep on adding up the points here. 6 minutes to go. This would be amazing for the Sea Raiders.
Odin's Wrath currently in another broadside, but it does not look too good for them.
Yeah, it's very close. 6 minutes to go. Chaos Corsair applying pressure on the Sea Raiders. But Sea Raiders doing so well. Managing that very well.
Now Odin's Wrath wrapping up those points. They're having a good farm here and they can keep it up. Already on second place
Might
now.
keep it up. Maybe they'll keep it up until the first place.
Yeah, let's
Never
see.
know. They're hitting a lot of shots.
Good job, good job.
Oh man, yeah, Odin's Wrath smelling
We are winning this broadside.
a victory here maybe.
Getting new cannonballs.
With 5 minutes to go, we know this late into the game, teams do not want to scuttle. So that's when the potential to farm is huge. But hold on. Only
Potato, it's off the boat.
Exactly.
Daddy Frosty dead.
Yep. 5 minutes to go. Red Potato looking for a mermaid. Odin's Wrath will be sailing off. I hope they know where they're going. Just looking to stabilize.
I'm gonna board them.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Red Potato says he's going for a board.
Let's hope this goes out well.
That's a very risky thing because we know Red Potato is helming for Odin's Wrath. So Odin's Wrath potentially just sailing into nothing. No one on the wheel. Oh,
they
man.
do put a lot of pressure on them, so Red Potato will make a difference if he's doing a good board here.
Let's see. Red Potato going for the board.
Oh man, I got keel hold.
Oh, no, no, but yes. Oh,
no, he got it, he got it.
Dude, you're trolling, man. Red Potato. All right, here we go. Going for the blunder.
Wow, he went for the last moment.
Oh my goodness, get that coconut. Get the coconuts. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, and there he goes
Oh
down.
my
Ah,
goodness,
Grab
too
it, grab
bad.
it. Links on bug one.
Okay, well,
I missed my brother, dude.
We're spinning, we're spinning.
That was a nice try though.
Oh, Odin's Ref lost their angle.
because no one is on the wheel. They have to grab the wheel.
Yeah,
Somebody get
yeah.
on the wheel. Somebody. Frosty going for another board. Oh my goodness, this is not paying off. They were first, but now no one is taking charge of the ship.
I'm turning from the angle.
They're trying to.
This might
crew-
not
Another
work.
board
I've
from
lost
Odin's
a
Ref
lot.
now.
Yeah,
This
Frosty.
time, Daddy Frosty.
Morning Naglfar. 3 minutes to go. If they can get
Yeah,
angle
but still-
again, if they can get angle again, you know, it's not
job,
crazy.
good
But look at that.
Once we get points, guys.
He's
They-
just jumping around, distracting them
Forward.
perfectly.
Frosty.
But,
Oh my goodness, be careful. Those lunges. Oh my goodness. Oh, goes for the interactable
Oh.
cancel.
oh,
That's nice.
good one.
Oh, catches a kill there.
Kill that one guy cannoning.
Interesting sword play. Here comes Darko. On fire. Oh, both
Ref is
great
a
trade.
Down, the red potato.
Just don't sink.
They're coming back.
Oh my goodness, this is a huge battle here. As Odin's Rat defense against the border.
Shoot cannons. Shoot
They
cannons.
already took him down.
Quickly, they're all reviving right now. If you shoot top deck, they're gonna be low.
Oh man, this is crazy. Well, I guess for Odin's Rat, they're hoping to get a second, but I don't want to
Nice, guys,
forget here, Born on Boat. They have another farm of their own on Chaos Corsair, none other.
Oh, what?
They're paying them back. Born on Boat really going nuts.
Echo pipe.
Chaos Corsair also
Ils sont abordés.
looking to climb,
Ah, okay.
putting a lot of pressure on Odin's Rat.
Chaos Corsair has a border and they can't really take care of him. Oh, they got him.
Quelqu'un on va l'arrière avec
Last minute of the
Ouais, c'est bon,
game.
Vas-y, c'est bon.
On va l'arrière avec moi et après on a. Et après c'est fini, c'est la consécration là.
Born on Boat. So we're about to witness as four different teams win 4 games.
Ils sont tous au canon là.
Odin's Ref has prime angle here. They have nothing to worry about and a free farm.
Un mort.
Encore quelqu'un avec moi, va l'arrière.
Very, very interesting.
Can
It's
they
crazy
take it
how
over?
With less than a minute to go,
Allez, 8005, 8005.
Allez.
it's gonna
It's
be
crazy how the situation just switched.
Absolutely
I mean,
close.
close. But I think Born on Boat are gonna be doing enough to hold it.
Does look like it, yeah.
Ah là 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 là. GG les gars.
Born on Boat, congratulations, picking up a win here. Odin's Rat in second,
Et là on est. Je crois qu'on.
Chaos Corsair third, Sea Raiders in fourth, and Naglfar in fifth.
29.
That's the end of set number 1. And as we go into the break, of course, we all want to know where the standings are at the moment after those 4 games. So let's check that out. Very, very interesting stats here. Just all right, here we go. It's Odin's Wrath currently leading the way with 28 points. That actually reminds me of Cursed Sails. That was exactly the same number of points they had for NA. Born on Boat, second
wow.
with 26 points. Very good from them. Chaos Corsair third with 24. Sea Raiders in fourth with 18. And Naglfar in fifth with 8 points.
still crazy, like how close they are. Like
Yeah,
only
it's
2 points each.
2 points gap
Absolutely.
each. Yeah, exactly. Very, very close. Now, it is the moment that many of you have been waiting for. Of course, I am referring to the Obsidian Capstan giveaway. It's super easy to get involved. All you gotta do is interact with the chat. Anything you say Your name will pop up here as the participant. That's how you can enter to win an Obsidian capstan here by tuning in and watching the NAL. So hey, this is the time right here. Anything at all will get you in there. And as we wait for people to come in and join the giveaway, I want to give you guys another look at the prize that awaits the crew that wins the Notorious Arena League. Of course, that is a special look at the Notorious Arena League sales. Here we go.
Fortune and victory, or death if we fail. Yo-ho, all to see, for riches or ruin in the Notorious Arena League.
Be notorious, so notorious, notorious Arena League. Will you drink from the winners in the Notorious Arena League?
Oh man, it always gives me the goosebumps. And that description is not just something I wrote there for fun. That is the actual in-game description. When you become notorious, this sales will make sure that your victories are recognized. What a flex. What an absolutely amazing flex. But enough talking. I think it's time for this giveaway. I hope today is your day. I hope you win. Here we go. Slowing down. Bananarita, watch out, Bananarita. This is the hardest part, but you gotta be paying attention. Interact in chat once again to secure your prize. All you gotta do is interact with chat again. And there you go. Bananarita with the rig will slay out the beast and claim a brand new Obsidian capstan. Congratulations to you. Please pay attention to your whispers on Twitch. One of our wonderful mods will be sending that over to you right now. And if you didn't win this time, don't worry. There are always plenty of chances to win. We have one giveaway every broadcast. And the next one will be on Wednesday as we do the new EU Scrim Night. Wednesday this coming week. Then we have NA for the Fridays on the Scrim Night then. And then Sunday we'll be returning back again with Brawl Stage 2. So 3 more chances to win the Obsidian capstan coming next week. Make sure you follow and you check us out on Twitter so you're always up to date and you don't miss anything. Sometimes we do giveaways there as well. But here we go. Back to the action here. We've got 4 more games for you today. 5 more teams will be joining us. Set 2, the teams joining us. Well, I guess maybe you should introduce them, Hagen. Introduce our French teams that are going to be competing in set 2.
Okay, so actually on this set, so set 2, we got the Back to Skulls, well, like one of the biggest team in the French community, and they won a lot of events. They were finalists last season of the Notorious League Arena, and so we cannot wait for them to fight against the new team, which is Hostile, which is like some members of the French community. It's a new team of the NAL, and they have shown some great strength so far, and some of them are actually like Skull Bowl winners, like Derano and Natsu, who won the past Skull Bowl.
Nice. Yeah, I'm super excited. If you guys have been watching NAL, you'd know I've been dying to see Back to Skull and Hostile in the same set. We haven't seen it for weeks, but finally we are going to get it tonight. This is the treat special matchup, Back to Skull against Hostile. And then joining them, we've got the Pirates, the original Pirates from the Czech Republic. They always say ahoy, because in Czech, hello is ahoy. The Mash Piratos, of course, they'll be joining us. And then the #1 team from the qualifiers, out of Russia, Stuka. They are always a team to watch out for. When they're on, they are on, and there's no stopping them. We'll see how they show up today. And then finally, a team from Italy, one of the most classic teams with the most history, Bafos crew. They will be looking to cement a spot in the Pro Division. Those are the 5 teams joining us. Matches are scheduled to start as soon as possible, very, very shortly, so we got an eye on that. Teams will be looking to set sail. And then 4 more games of back-to-back action. I mean, I say we got spoiled there during set 1. I mean, we got to see a record-breaking performance out of Chaos Corsair. And a lot of really, really close games. I mean, out of the 4 games, 4 different teams ended up winning. So it was, I mean, that just goes to speak how competitive the lobbies are and how close it really went. Looking to set sail. I am super excited. Oh man. And it's
I've
hard.
just seen like some people in the loading screen, so we might get them in a few minutes.
In a few moments,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, oh man, if you look at Hostile, I think obviously, you know, they've got really, really good broadsides. You know, Psycho's Wrath doing the work of 3 men with those buckets, allowing his team to shoot those broadsides. And then I'm sure everybody's wondering how they're not sinking. Well, it's because they got Psycho's Wrath in there. But then, you know, Back to Skull, you know, they got the mono, and he is on top of it. We've seen him do some amazing boards. We've seen him go for some amazing deck handling plays as well. And really, the full squad. And I'm sorry I'm not mentioning the other members right now, because they are very talented too. But it's just those are the 2 that are currently in my mind right now. They really need to step up and kind of lead the charge for their team. That's insane. Kind of reminds me of when I'm talking about Sloop Deluxe, because then I'm getting all the hype for Mephisto's boards, but then Payray is like, wait, hold my beer, here comes my helm. It's insane. And every time I say that, RipQC is in the chat to remind me that Ladder Camper is potentially one of the best boarders in NA. But yeah, indeed, we're getting in lobby, guys. Matches will be starting very, very shortly.
I'm actually seeing the Psycho's Wrath stream, and he's still putting the "I'm doing the work of 3 men" sentence. Like,
yeah,
he didn't give it up.
He likes that sentence. He's gonna own it. He's gonna own it.
Trust me. Like, after you said it, he was saying it all the time. Like, yeah, Rage Truck said that. I'm the best.
Oh, well, we'll see. I mean, it's easy to have one good performance one day, but that's the thing. NAL, you have to show up every time. You have to show up every time. That is the mindset you have to get used to, because, you know, the grand finals, if you don't show up then, and it's over. And there's a Euthylin from the Black Cell Screw saying, yes, he is, of course, talking about Ladder Camper, one of the best boarders NA. You know, I have to say, I kind of agree. One day, I was playing, and I was full crew, and I ran up against Ladder Camper and Ferdinand, and they were just 2-manning the Galleon. And I was like, oh, well, that's easy. Let's go broadside them, and this is the farm. But I kid you not, they actually matched the crew, and they gave us so much trouble we couldn't sink them. And I don't know how, but Ladder Camper went for a board too. Even so, for a few moments, Ferdinand was solo Galleon. These guys are unbelievable. I also got to see Hostile. I don't know how I matched up with them, but one day I matched up with them, and wow, I really felt that broadside. Insane. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. I've been waiting so long for this. Who will win today? You know, again, I want to know like the top 5 at the end, the standings and all that. That's very nice to know, but I want to know. Back to Skull, Hostile, what's up? I think all the teams in the French community too. Everybody wants to know. It's like, okay, come on. What's going on? This is the stage. This is the time to shine. Absolutely the time to shine. Come on, DeMarco, get us underway. And I guess we'll be starting off with Stuka, who had the best performance in qualifiers. Here we go. It's game 5 of the day. This is the Notorious Arena League, home of the best crews on the seas. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, even Ferdinand is in chat and he remembers that game.
Так якорь или скорость?
Якорь, потом скорость.
Кину передний. Понял.
Alright.
Средний мой. Средний мой.
Желтый у нас справа.
So we will see here as Stuka starts off.
Задний, я сам все делаю. Задний вообще.
They're on a good spot on this side. They're not in the sandwich.
Зачем ты бегал так долго? Я держу его. Я его поднимал. Да.
Я попал.
Я, блять, уже 5 раз попал.
Я попал в X2. Я попал в 4.
Да хорошо, ты молодец. 5. Продолжай в том же духе.
Продолжаю. Все, ядра кончились. 5 из 10. Нормально?
У них 80 поинтов всего. Нормально.
Here we got it. Stuka, strong start. A broadside against Hostile. Bafo's crew also starting quite strong.
Вот ближняя дистанция, они начинают попадать, надо перерубить скорость. Уже надо по пушкам.
Да, по пушкам.
That's the thing with Stuka. I mean, I think if I was to say the only thing negative about them would be just consistency. Because we've seen them just dominate, and then we've also seen them sometimes they just don't show up, but they did very good in the qualifiers, and right now they're starting quite well here.
Yeah, they're taking the first place in the first minute. That's getting...
Yeah, Pekkaface in chat wondering, did I miss the giveaway? And I'm sorry to tell you that you did. It was right before this game. But just make sure you give us a follow, you know, so you don't miss any of the future giveaways. We always have one every single broadcast right at the halftime.
Between sets.
Yep. Right between sets. Look at that. Stuka, bow to island. That's one of the big no-nos of helming. You don't want to have bow to island, but they have an angle on the mashed paratos, and that's going to be quite fruitful for them. All 4 on cannons. I think they've raised all sails too. They just
mashed paratos is deep trouble here.
And Hostile goes down.
Блять, у меня просто 0 попаданий, когда они стоят к нам носом.
Ну, ёб твою мать, просто ровно в корабль сядь и все.
Yeah, mashed potatoes just ran in the island and getting shots.
Yeah, mashed paratos. They finally managed to get out of it, but look at that. Stuka still has bow to island, so if anyone comes here and starts to shoot back, Well, I guess that's Smash Paratas, but as long as it's 1v1, it's fine for Stuka. But they really have to start thinking about getting their bow off the island.
И угол на юна. Бомбицы отдавайте. Магию, огонь, бомбицы. Дебильцы.
Кто-нибудь, пожалуйста, выстрелите все и скажите ему, что закончил. Убил одного. Ебать, игра хорошо работает, ничего не лагает.
Currently do see a battle between the Mash Paratus and Stika.
Let's see it from the Mash Paratas perspective. Oh, we already see it. Helm was dead. They have some holes to deal with. Really interesting from Stuka. They just, I mean, they spotted the Mash Paratas and they did not care if their bow was facing island or anything. They just riding this, just slowly turning on the axis and racking up the points. It seems to be working for them.
Yeah, already 4,000 points getting shots.
Já jsem dostal zase jedničku! Druhý patro.
Oh wow, Smash Paratas goes down. And that puts Stuka in first place. So, I mean, such a strong start. And good eye from Stuka to spot that they could potentially farm so much off of this. Head on over to Bafos. Oh, hold on. We'll see.
I'm looking with Back to Skull already in combat.
Back to Skull. Okay, let's check out with them.
Yeah, there's a little
Against
fight
Skull.
between them. The French team colliding.
Let's see who takes the better of it.
Yeah. Well, so far they are a little late on the score, but who knows?
Yep.
Faut pas qu'on... Ils nous ont bien
Go tirer, ça devrait faire. Go tirer.
Working on getting you guys the Bafos crew perspective.
On s'est tiré le même boulet, gros.
Je suis mort aussi. Bon, c'est mort.
Ooh, they're getting a lot of sandbags here on Back to Skull.
On va se faire fumer. Je reste Kaiser.
Bah limite go ce que t'es là, ce qui t'arrive.
Non.
Yeah, Back to Skull, doing good early on.
Vas-y. Je vais en bas.
But they need a lot better though. Stuka has a lot of points. Hostile, even though they sunk early, they're right back in it. I think they're the ones applying pressure on Back to Skull.
It does look like it, yeah.
It is. Hostile putting on a show right now. Lots of pressure on Back to Skull. And they're looking to farm enough to start challenging Stuka for that first spot. Now transitioning.
Moi je touche les violets, hein. Je touche tout. Ok, bon,
mettez bien les mains, mettez bien. Je fais un demi-tour.
C'est bon, les mains normalement sont
ah, j'ai un saut.
Faut pas prendre tous les fights, en plus c'est grave éloigné, il y a trop de merde. Faut la jouer malin. Non mais carrément.
Go tout réparer les gars.
Ça refait un truc. Voilà bon, et voilà le milieu.
8 minutes. Back to Skull kinda catching a break there because Hostile were in a position where they could have kept up the pressure and really farmed that one. Stuka, they haven't really found anything new after their initial battle with Smash Paratas, but they're trying with the long shots. Now Hostile will be probably looking to target Stuka as we head towards the latter half. Let's go back.
Like it took into combat.
Yeah, Stuka starting to find some angle on the Bafos crew, but actually let's go check out Bafos because I think they're getting into an even better battle here. Indeed, they've got Back to Skull.
Yeah, Back to Skull against Bafos, and all of them are just...
They're just pounding them.
Yeah, very strong broadside. 7 minutes to go. Here comes Smash Paratos. in Hostile. Adding up here. About to join. Oh, okay. Well, Stuka has about 1,000 points lead on Hostile. 7 minutes to go. I'd be very curious to see if Hostile targets Stuka at all, but now we're seeing Hostile targeting Bafos. Bafos already with lots of holes. One member on repairs, one member on the perma bucket.
Going out for the second bale.
Continuate finché ce l'avete.
Oh man, Santrula really looking to hold this on the stairs here, bucketing through the grate.
Grazie.
Non c'è nessuno ai cannoni però.
I guess hold it on the map table instead. No, I'm just so used to saying the stairs, but yeah, this is a new generation. Now he switches over to the stairs, but he's gonna need some help here. This is getting very bad. And just like that, Bafos has gone down. It seems like the battle for first this game is gonna be all between Stuka and Hostile. Going back to Stuka, it seems like they're finding their next broadside on back to skull. And I'm wondering when we'll see Hostile kind of starting to lurk around and start targeting Stuka.
Будешь загонять в красный,
5 minutes to go. Oh wow, yeah, back to skull and Stuka close to the Red Sea. Already back to skull turning. They were the first to spot that. Wait a minute.
Therefore, Stuka is getting the better of this broad here.
Yeah, no, Stuka is definitely getting the better of it. So impressive. Stuka racing all sails. All 4 members on cannons. Oh, mine gets knocked over. Won't be able to catch. Actually, no, he will, because they raced all sails. I was wondering if maybe we'd see a board attempt, but it doesn't really make too much sense. You know, right now for Stuka, they just want points. Sinking back to skull is not really a priority for them. And with 4 minutes to go, even though Hostile is racking up the points, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to stop Stuka.
Bafos now having a good broad here on Hostile. All 4 on the cannons.
Oh yeah, very good point. It seems like they've got the initiative. Shots first. We see the firebombs go out. Main mass down. Hostile is under a lot of pressure.
That's going to be crucial.
Oh, and they pick up a kill too. With the top deck shots, really, Bafos got, for sure, they got the better of this broadside. Hard to see it any other way. Somehow there's still members of Hostile shooting cannons. But at least 2 members of Hostile are dead. We see 2 ghosts. Santrula thinking about going for a board, already looking to scope out. Wow, gets the hit marker.
Kill.
Gets the kill? He got the kill with the sniper?
Oh, he got the kill, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, but impressive though. Very good players, Santrula. I'm a huge fan.
Now they're going for the mass. They want to keep this boat with them.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts. Bafos getting the most out of this farm with Hostile. And with 3 minutes to go, I think it's not crazy to say Bafos could take second here.
They could take second, yeah, because the second place is taken by Hostile, who's in a bad position.
Oh, here, they got down. Now, that's, in my opinion, the smart play for back to skull, or sorry, not back to skull, for Hostile. If anything, I would say they took too long to scuttle the boat or just sink. They took too long. They got, yeah, they really got farmed by Bafos there. No kidding. And then Mashparatos now coming into the picture with 2 minutes remaining. Bafos has an incredible angle here. Potential to get a lot of points.
It looks like Back to Skull is having a good farm here. They could maybe make it on the 3rd place with it.
Yeah, it looks like they're farming
sono pochi punti,
Stuka.
sono a posto. Siamo troppo veloci. Ti rianimo io.
Ok, ricarico. Tutto a posto.
So they did not give up.
C'è Marciro.
Yep.
Ce l'è.
Ok, vai. Dai raga, forza Roma!
Ce l'abbiamo, dai con sti panini, dai!
Forza Roma, dai!
Vai un po' più a sinistra che hanno toccato l'isola.
Ci sta sparando
Dalle a sinistra.
1 minute to go. Bafos neck and neck with Hostile.
Vai.
Looking so good. I mean, obviously Stuka looks set to win game 1. The battle here is really for 2nd. Will it be Hostile? Will it be Bafos crew? Now going to Hostile. Now Hostile has a broadside. It seems not sure exactly who it's on, but they do have it, and it looks like they're getting the better of the shots. It's Bafos. Oh, it is Bafos. They're fighting each other. Yeah, they're fighting each other for 2nd place.
So the crew's gonna.
Bafos seems to go down.
That is insane.
Who just came down?
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, Hostile really came back and then say, hey, watch out.
There's a little chance for Back to Skull to get to the 3rd place.
Yep, there it is. It's over, and Stuka picking up a win here. Really well done, and Hostile with the 2nd place. Let's check out the standings as we get ready for the next game in the series. This is when it starts getting interesting, as we get closer to the point where all 10 teams would have played 4 games in the night. So here we have it after only 1 game. Stuka has made it into the top 5. Then we've got still, I mean, again, Odin's Rad, Born on Boat, Casco Corsair, Sea Raiders, all holding onto their spots. But there comes the 5 teams that hadn't played today: Stuka, Hostile, Bafos, Back to Skull, Mash Paratos. 3 more games remaining in Brawl Stage 1. I hope you guys are having fun. I know I sure am.
I'm definitely having fun. I love seeing this. Actually, I wasn't expecting that Hostile would come back, because at the beginning they got sunk. I mean, quite fast, and they just came back to 2nd place. And well, nicely played.
I'm not sure if I believe you on that one. It's like, I hope everyone is having fun, and then you're like, I am definitely having fun. Like, if you have to say it in French, say it in French, man.
No.
Let's do it, man.
I can speak in English. There is no problem. No.
Oh, come on, man. One for your French fans in the chat.
Let's go in French.
Allez les gars, montrez de l'amour dans le chat.
Hey, that's more like it. Now I believe you.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite stressed, because I'm supporting both teams, and I'm like, watching everything they're doing to try to see who's gonna win.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Obviously, it's not an easy lobby. We know Stuka is the best performing team in qualifiers so far, starting Brawl Stage 1 with a victory. Definitely agrees with that. It's a very, very, very difficult lobby. Even Bafos Crew 2 having one of their best games, pushing Hostile to the limit. Here we go, guys. Game 6 will be starting on with Stuka once again. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's see how they do this time.
Да, якорь, скорость, фиолетовый. Так, справа у нас хер знает кто, синие какие-то, можно пережать их. Якорь, два паруса, поехали.
Синий, это бафа.
Средний парус мой.
Первый кинул. Центральный повед уставлю.
Заберите все говно,
Они в нас
которое я
заруливают.
беру.
Они в нас заруливают. Поднимаем средний, поднимаем средний.
Могу поднимать средний.
Помогаю.
Блять, я не успел.
Да ебашь,
Let's see early on, Mashparatos getting the first shot of the match. Here comes Stuka lining up on Bafo's crew right off the bat and even launching the chain shots. Will they connect though?
Quite a distance, but it looks good.
They haven't hit with the chain shot though. Bafo's crew still has all their masts up. But yeah, Stuka, I mean, this is really I think the team that came from nowhere, because obviously Sea of Thieves Italy, Sea of Thieves France, they know, you know, those are huge communities in Europe. They're gonna bring in their teams, but I feel like, you know, the Russian scene just kind of, we didn't know too much about it. Now it's nice to see it, like we're getting a taste of it, and like definitely Sea of Thieves in Russia is a big deal. Just all over the world, even in the North American NAL, we have a team from Brazil. Obviously they're in South America, but we don't have enough teams to make a South American league yet. Mashparatos doing quite well early on, putting the pressure on Stuka.
Jo.
A pojďte všichni, pressure.
Myslím na kanony, na kanony.
I'm trying to pitch it.
13 minutes.
Jdu si pro koule.
Starting very well. Obviously, we saw Mashparatos getting 5th last game. They only got 2 points. So, you know, they need good games. They really, really need some really good games. Otherwise, they're going to end up in a difficult spot. Mashparatos in first so far, Stuka second, and Bafos third. So it's kind of a strange thing going on in the beginning. The same thing happened last game. You know, Back to Skull and Hostel kind of started very slow. But wait a minute, as I say that, Hostel goes into second.
Hej, potřebujeme jsme trošku popojit nějak na simu fialový, sleva.
Dáme.
Dávám, střílejte.
Já jdu střílet po těch fialových.
Jo, pojďte ty fialový. Přestřelujte, jedu proti nám.
Jo.
A jedou relativně rychle, no.
A vy vejš, mistr, víš.
I want to go over and see where Hostel is getting these points from. Oh my, it's none other than Back to Skull. We were missing this one. The broadside between 2 of the top teams in France.
They seem to be trading a lot of those distances. Oh, Back to Skull hitting the rock.
Oh, are they?
They did just hit it, but maybe not even too bad.
Well, it might help them. We'll see how Hostel deals with this one. But they are still hitting. Here comes. They're in parallel, but kind of going in different directions. Oh my goodness, the chain shots they've hit. Front mast down, back mast down. The main mast is still
barely alive.
Yeah, it's still going. I'm sure. Wow, this is gonna change all the plans, because we all thought they were gonna be out of it. But yeah, I mean, losing those masts like that. What a play from Hostel. My. This is quite the showing. And you know what? Like, I guess you can answer, or you can ask the question. well, they're definitely targeting the other French team. You know, you could say that statement, but it's winning them the game. Like, and that's what we expect of every single team. Whatever strategy they're doing, go for the win. So it's impossible to really go, I don't know, put a problem in this one. It's definitely seems to be working. Bafo's crew also doing amazing, really having a really good performance so far. Very close. 10 minutes still to go.
Ils vont les mettre, c'est facile de mettre une voile et de tourner. Après, je vais me donner, je pense. Là, c'est compliqué parce que le cercle est très grand. Et il peut se refermer rapidement. Donc, j'ai pas d'autre choix que d'aller vers les.
Putain, on va pas avoir de voile là.
Je vous les relangue et vous les ressaucez encore.
9 minutes. Bafo's starting to rack up the points here. Let's see who they're targeting at the moment. Long shots.
Presi.
Oh, Janto goes down to a cannonball. Long range shots. Can you guys see which crew they're shooting at?
Looks like Mash Pirates, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Looks like Mash Piratos.
Mash Pirates is going for a board, but he's not gonna make it quite.
Oh,
But he will kick him off the cannons though.
Too far.
Sotto, uno pure sotto, che spara sotto.
Ok ragazzi, tra poco mi serve un archino da sinistra. Chiama il nome. Vado io. Dimmi quando.
They're having a good brawl here, the Mash Piratos, not gonna lie.
yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Una secchia.
Vado, te l'archio no?
Janto, vai giù, Janto, vai giù.
Morto io,
The halftime.
I did not see the other ship in front of them.
Oh,
But nothing disturbs them, they keep on with their shots.
yeah, here we go. Still with their eyes set on the Bafo's crew. Back to Skull, having a difficult time early on, and Stuka in 5th.
Bafo's having a bit of trouble, but they're getting the hang of it. They're about to fire back.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see if they can get this. Obviously, very important broadside for Bafo's. If they lose this one, it will certainly send Mash Paratos to second. And really, the gap between first and second is not that big yet. It's less than 1,000 points.
Yeah, it's actually very close.
Dadinator with the $15 donation. EU hype baby. Thank you so much, Dadinator.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely a huge supporter of the NAL.
Oh, Bathos is in trouble.
Oh yeah, bottom left perspective. Yeah, board. Mash Baratos went for the board and actually getting it, forcing the sink out of Bathos crew.
Oh, yeah.
Slicing and dicing on the stairs is gonna wipe everybody. My goodness. Wow.
Well played to that.
And gonna take elevator.
Was amazing,
oh my goodness, it's gonna. Oh, he almost got the kill. He almost got the kill. Oh my goodness.
But he does get.
That was close.
The elevator, yeah. Unbelievable. Obviously, Mash Paratus must be feeling very happy with 6 minutes to go. Now it's gonna be on to Hostile. We'll see if they go towards them. Back to Skull. Looking to climb out of the 4th place. 3rd place is definitely within reach. They might surpass Bathos here in a moment. They've got a broadside on Stuka, who's currently sandwiched.
Yeah, Stuka's not giving up, but they're having a really hard time this round.
Here goes, back to Skull.
Yeah, they were dominating the last game.
Climbing to the 3rd place.
Ok, tout droit.
And Stuka goes down. My goodness, so it's the situation with the consistency that I was telling you guys. You know, we saw them win last game, and now this game, big problems for them. 5 minutes to go. Looks like we might be in for a hostile victory.
Réparez ce que vous pouvez réparer, les gars.
Ouais, faut qu'on répare plutôt. Va à ta barre. Oui, il y en a encore.
Oui, il y a du feu derrière.
Les bleus là, faut qu'on commence
Back to Skull looking for the long shots as we look for the next battle.
Mais on l'a déjà là, il faut juste tirer en fait.
J'arrive, j'étais
Les gars, là c'est le moment. Hein. C'est le moment là.
Zetsu il serait là. Ça c'est les points un peu.
Such long range shots, and they're actually hitting. I'm not sure exactly which crew that is. I can't quite make out yet. But they're getting closer.
Ouais, fais gaffe à eux.
Très vite. Faut réagir avant.
C'est des Formule 1.
And really, back to Skull is not far from second place right now. And that would be quite a treat for us. We get to see the top French teams in the top two.
The fight for the first place between the two French teams, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing, and it looks like we might get it. That's Bafo's crew that is shooting with Back to Skull. 4 minutes remaining.
Commence à tirer, hein. Je pense qu'ils vont. Ça va être surprise. Vous êtes prêts?
Solanum waiting for Bafos to pop up on the other side of the rock, ready to unleash the broadside. Oh, Maestro Athos goes for a chest.
And Stuka is already in the next spot here.
Ok, remonter la voile de devant, réparer les trucs.
Wow, let's see. Oh yeah, Stuka. Oh wow, they've got the broadside on Hostile. And it looks like Hostile is in big trouble. They've got some fire going on, and Stuka has gotten shots first. But Stuka sailing a bit too fast. They'll be sad about this. Now Hostile has the chance to counter harpoon them. I don't think they get the harpoon play, but they definitely do counter with their own cannon shots.
Что у меня лагает?
Заднюю мачту сломали. КПС ушел, да. Ладно, пускай она упадет,
Bafo's crew is still being able to fight here.
That was true. Well, they have a lot of water in the middle deck though. Centrula looking to bucket. They'll have to do flawless bucket XX on the stairs if they want to save this ship.
Oh, it's good flashback.
Yeah, one mistake is all it's gonna take here. They look like Swiss cheese.
Getting so much holes.
Exactly. 2 minutes to go.
It's very tight between the teams.
They were able to save themselves.
Yeah, Hostile holding on to that first place. Bafo still 3 members dedicated to repairs. Check out Back to Skull.
Oh yeah, they're having right now a good broad here.
This is a huge broadside for them. They need to go all the way to third from this. And they are shooting the correct ship. You know, they should be going after Bafos, and indeed they are. You know, that's the ship that will make them climb up on the scoreboard. So good job from them to spot that.
Oh, but look who's coming in from the other side. Stika wants to have a piece of this cake.
Surveille les jaunes, je sais pas où ils sont à eux.
Less than a minute to go. The battle for second, very close. Battle for third, very close. I mean,
yeah, they're all very close.
This game. Back to Skull is smelling a second place. Will they get it? They have Bafos completely dead in the water, all masked down. They need to have really good cannon accuracy on this. Unfortunately for Back to Skull, this is not that simple. The ship is a bit far. Less than a minute to go.
Écope, s'il vous plaît, une écope.
Dommage. Pour la troisième place, il y a moyen, mais.
But it looks like.
Putain, Solam qui crève, on aurait fini premier. Troisième.
Back to Skull will actually get third. Bafo sinking in the last moments of the game. And let's head on over to Hostile as they're looking to pick up their first victory of the
Well,
night.
Well
Absolutely well
played.
done.
Yeah, well played to Hostile.
I'm sad to see that Stuka didn't get back from the beginning of the game. I was hoping they would.
Yeah, Stuka.
They would actually do a little comeback, but
yeah, no, Stuka winning last game and then getting last this one. Match Paratos with second place. They needed a good performance. They almost got first even. I mean, that was very close. And back to Skull, managing to get that third place there right at the end with Bafos crew sinking in the last minute. Woo! 2 more games to go. This is the notorious Arena League, home of the best crews on the seas. Oh yeah! Here we go. 2 more games. We all want to know the standings now. Let's see. Let's check this out. What do we got? What do we got? All right. So, after 2 games in set 2, we have Hostile now entering into the top 5, overtaking Stuka overall in this set. Match Paratos right behind Stuka. Yeah, it's interesting, but don't forget, you know, it's not really a fair representation of all the teams until we get to the very end. 2 more games. Game 7 is coming in just a few moments.
like this game isn't as close as the first one. I mean, the teams are not like 2 points away from each one. It's like Hostile is kind of dominating because the Stuka did get
bad,
a hard time. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got a hard time on this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, they went from being the best in the lobby to being the worst in the lobby. So yeah, that's the thing that worries me with Stuka. Like when they are on, they're on. But yeah, so, I mean, they just struggle with consistency sometimes. We just saw it there. Hostile will be very happy. Obviously, they want to be in the Pro Division. 2 more games. They need to bring it. They need to bring their A game. But then again, you know, all these 10 teams, they qualified for the season, so they've got the spot. You know, that's you know, whether you are in the Pro Division or in the Semi-Pro Division, there is a path into the Grand Finals. However, of course, getting to the Grand Finals from the Pro Division is the path that everybody wants to take. Nobody wants to go through the round of fate. That is very scary indeed.
Yes, those sound like only the name is scary.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. All right, starting game 7 on Hostile. Here we go. The real red potato in the chat asking, where are you from, Hagen?
C'est tellement énorme.
I'm actually from France.
C'est une grosse soirée derrière.
Yeah, that would be my best guess, because obviously you're a representative of Sea of Thieves France. And big shout out to Gatas and this whole entire Skullball production. So amazing. Very blown away with it. Alright, here we go. Game 7. Who will get the first shots? That honor goes to Bafos crew. And that is right. Ships are within range of each other right at the beginning. So no wonder we see teams going for it so close. 240 points for Bafos. We'll see if they keep racking up. They do. Let's go check that out. You know, they're not really easy shots. They're all long range, but they're doing it.
Yeah, all the teams are playing long shots for now, but we'll see later on when they'll get close to each other, close to the Red Sea. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jack.
Bigga.
14 minutes.
Strada,
Stuka
sto
is
facile.
looking a lot better now.
Cazzo di acqua.
Getting a lot of points. And I think they're shooting at Baffos. Let's go over and make sure of that here. Yeah, indeed it is. Stuka.
Baffos much in trouble here.
Поднимаем средний, средний поднимаем. Я помогу, я помогу, я помогу.
It's nice to see Stuka virtually back.
Yeah. Baffos is really in big trouble here. Getting hammered from both sides.
Yeah, there we go. This is more like it. I guess, you know, when Stuka's on fire, there are very few teams that are going to be able to keep up with them. But here comes, I think it's Hostile on the other side of Stuka. Indeed, main mass goes down. Hop on over with Hostile and see how they aim to punish Stuka.
Oh putain, et en plus il y a les...
Attends, j'y vois rien avec celui-là.
Les gars. Ouais. Rechargez-vous maintenant.
Ok.
Un tout dessous en même temps.
Very close game between Stuka and Hostile. Baffos in third, back to Skull fourth, and Match Pratos 5th place so far.
Yeah, well, they got in big trouble at the beginning of the game, so they might come back. But so far, yeah, I'm not doing that good, unfortunately.
J'en ai tué un.
Yeah, here we go. And Match Pratos taking the full brunt of the Hostile broadside.
On a regardé qui étaient les verts?
Non.
Il aurait peut-être fallu.
C'est pas grave. Peu importe.
Non, c'est pas grave, mais je veux dire,
Actually, Skull is about to wrap up some points here. Driving a good broad.
Eh bah tranquille alors, on n'enverrait pas Bjorn les taper?
Si on est tout seul, oui.
Strong cannons over mid-range distance.
Bah,
Ouais, on est tout seul, en vrai, on est tout seul.
Vas-y, Bjorn.
Ah, ils ont mis une vol, je pense que ça va être chaud.
Le truc, c'est qu'on a une goal en moins.
Ah, quoi qu'il y a moyen.
Remontez ensemble, tant qu'il les a pas stoppés, remontez ensemble le middle, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, is that a board attempt? No, what is this? Oh yeah, board attempt. Oh my goodness. Let's go. From Hostile.
Ah non, il va me tirer dessus.
Oh, they're watching ladders though. Oh my goodness, we're dropping anchor, but they catch it. Nice try from Hostile there.
Ok, on les bleus.
Checking out their competition. Of course, Stuka. And back to Skull in third. Let's check out with them. Oh, they got a nice broadside right now on the Baffos crew.
Yeah, they might take on some points and catch back to the second and first position.
Yeah, this could be
I'm going.
exactly what they need. This could be the moment, exactly. Now
Oh, they're in a bit of trouble, like focusing on
Ah,
cannons,
They
not
have,
repairing.
yeah, they've got two people on buckets, one on repairs.
C'est pas possible là.
Non mais je vais tourner, je suis en train de tourner à droite.
But they really need to make the most out of
Ils
this.
ont pas pris l'ascendant.
Oh, they're getting
Je sais pas, j'ai pas vu.
caught back,
Go continue à tirer sur eux. Go continue à tirer
Impossible.
getting a hard time.
On peut pas, on en fout les copes à deux. Il y en a un de nous qui arrête, on
descend
coule.
pas. Ça descend pas en plus. Hein.
Reste à ta barre, t'inquiète, on gère à deux.
Like they need to be 3 at bailing.
4,000.
On en met rouge, on a en barrière.
I think it's Solar that just said that even if there's 3 baiting, like it doesn't go down.
Oh my goodness.
They're in a big trouble, like
Yeah, they've gone
oh
down.
yeah, well,
They just
they're gone down, yeah.
Yeah.
J'ai pas scuttle, hein. J'ai laissé couler en fait.
They couldn't keep up.
J'ai
Like,
juste arrêté une seconde, hein.
I'm pretty sure they had like every hole possible in the lower deck.
Mais là j'ai tourné à droite alors que j'aurais dû tourner à gauche avant, je sais.
On est d'accord à eux qu'il y a un bateau qui nous est arrivé dessus après.
We'll see if Stuka has what it takes to hold on to that lead. 4,160 points. Match Piratos up ahead.
Нам не нужно никуда ехать, просто стреляем.
Baffos crew currently having a really nice broad here.
Нет, мы никуда едем, мне не надо наехать.
Oh yeah.
Just the next one.
Hold on, I don't want to miss this though. It really looks like Stuka is laying it onto the Match Piratos right now. All 3 on cannons. And Match Piratos seems to be sailing into the broadside. This is gonna get a lot worse for them. Oh man. This is not good.
Stuka getting very good shots. on
Yeah,
the
this is one of the
Piratas.
most difficult positions for Smash Piratas to be in. Just
Yeah, they're getting shot.
finally
by-
returning fire, but they gotta be so. Yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, really, the story of this game, I don't know how they're doing this, but Stuka seems to be like finding the spot to just hang out close to the islands. They raise all sails, rotate on the axis, farm a lot of points, and then boom, just drop sails and just go.
And the Mash Piratas seem to have gone down.
Надо слева давить сейчас.
Я хилюсь. Слева стреляйте. Сзади нас будут красные.
Диктатор, займись починкой мачт.
Сейчас.
Now back to Skull, already on a good broad here.
Все, стреляю.
Остальные долбим слева.
Back to Skull.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, they've got Hostile.
Le deuxième il est pas sous.
Back to Skull and Hostile, but wait a minute. Back to Skull has a lot of problems still with repairs.
Again, yelling. Yeah, okay.
This is gonna be it's gonna be very hard for them to take a broad against Hostile without full members on cannons.
Vous pouvez mettre harpon.
Oh,
Yeah, I
actually.
think they're focusing too much on cannons and not taking care of repairs. Which is
The mana
in trouble.
tempting.
They're trying to do a harpoon play here though.
Oh, he got shot.
He got shot, yeah, Hostile. With those snipe shots from the back balcony,
Non, faut que tu
making
tournes
sure
gauche,
that
peut-être.
Back to Skull cannot go for the
Là, vous allez l'avoir.
harpoon.
Allez les gars, on est prêt à tirer. Et on tire.
But here comes
Vas-y en bas, en bas,
Back
maintenant.
to Skull,
Figure
turning
out
the
the play.
tide here,
Vas-y Kaiser, go tirer.
putting the pressure on
Allez, allez, faut
Hostile.
tirer là. Hein.
And there, it seems like they're
Tire,
going for
tire,
the
regarde,
sink
tire,
here. I
tire,
see
tire,
all
tire,
lowers
On tire
on
à
the
deux, là.
side
Yeah,
of
all
Back
lower
to
deck.
Skull.
J'ai mis le
Will
feu en.
Moi je
Psycho
tire full bas.
be
Hein.
able to
Moi j'ai
hold it?
tiré d'abord en bas et là maintenant je suis en
Yeah, that is the thing. Actually, very good point. Let's go over to Hostile and see that. Oh my goodness. They are gonna go down.
merde,
Too
putain.
much pressure from Back to Skull. Sends Hostile straight to the bottom of the ocean. But
Oh,
Back
that
to
actually
Skull.
got an angle. They got an angle on the
même quand on tire
Back
en
to
bas,
Skull.
Mais c'est le truc.
Yeah.
And
Qu'est-ce qui
also
arrive souvent, c'est
aiming for the lower
Ah,
deck.
ouais.
Faut le
Ils
tir,
regardent pas
c'est
leur
sûr.
pas leur répa.
On
Parce
est,
que
on est
personne vise en bas.
pénalisé parce qu'on regarde notre répa et
Yeah,
eux, ils
Back to
regardent
Skull
pas.
definitely
Go tire à
forced
gauche,
that
là.
one.
Go tire à
They did
gauche.
so well
On a un angle.
to find the angle they needed and
C'est des chandelles,
land
mais bon,
those
tant pis, hein. Oh, là,
bottom deck shots.
c'est bon, j'arrive.
Oh, actually, like
C'est bon, je suis là.
6 minutes to go.
Oh, il y a des trous en bas les gros.
And
Hostile
look at
just
this.
went down.
That's the
Sure.
crazy thing with Stuka. Now we're seeing Stuka back in
Vous
first
pouvez tirer. Hein,
place, and that's what I'm saying. It's like
Tu peux tirer des bons.
this team is so
C'est bon, vas-y, sur là, je finis. Les gars, go tirer.
Ok,
Y a
you
j'arrive.
know
de
they
bateau,
like the
regarde, à droite, là,
extremes,
j'ai
you
vu.
know, extremely good or extremely bad, but consistency consistency is very important
Ouais, intérieur.
in the league.
Je remets la mid.
They
On
gotta
est
make
intérieur
sure they can
entre jaune
find
et-
that. They definitely have the
Ouais, ouais,
potential.
il fallait le
We
voir.
see
On est
it every
intérieur
time.
entre jaune et rouge. Je te raise aïeux mais je sais pas à quoi ça peut servir. On fonce dans une île en plus là, mais genre bien.
On peut tirer à gauche, on peut tirer
À gauche ou à
là,
droite
une
aïeux,
minute.
c'est maintenant.
Tire à gauche, tire à gauche, tire à
À
gauche.
droite ou à gauche, maintenant. Harpon droite ou gauche, c'est
Il a
maintenant.
rien
Hostile
dit,
still
Here
second.
comes Devil's Ridge
Mais on
though.
va se bouffer.
Back to Skull are
Oh.
sailing into the rocks here. They could
Voilà.
get jammed up unless they can harpoon.
They're actually
Encore
known
océan.
for going into rocks.
Dis-moi si t'as pas aïeux.
Like in one of the events of the French community, they got stuck in a rock for 15 minutes.
Encore.
Oh
And
man.
they got shot by like 3 different
Ah ouais,
galleons.
C'est
So
juste pour
yeah,
des compliqués.
Oh man.
they
D'accord.
have kind of a
Pour
little
des
trouble
compliqués,
with
j'ai
rocks.
tabassé ma souris.
One of my favorite
Là,
things
là,
watching
là,
Back
là,
to
je suis
Skull
en
is
pleine
their
forme.
uniform.
Allez, ça
They
part,
all
c'est en
have
pleine
the
forme.
the
Là,
red
je vous le dis,
Oh,
là,
yeah.
vest, the red vest and everything. Yeah, it's very nice.
C'est remontable, hein.
They
5
were
minutes.
wearing
Sûr,
it
sûr,
for the Skull Ball. Yeah, it's quite good. It's one of the best uniforms.
Going back to Stuka, we see they have an amazing angle on Mash Paratos. Oh, but actually Mash Paratos goes for a board, and that forces.
Reset корабль.
Oh, but he already was
Yeah,
seen.
got taken out. Yeah, got taken out.
Not quite fast.
5
Couldn't
minutes
do
to go. It's hard to imagine Stuka not getting away with this game.
Может быть справа.
Yeah,
Hostile.
Hostile is trying to secure the second place, but getting a hard time.
encore à 4 minutes, il y a encore...
Bafo is doing quite good.
Yeah, very true indeed. 4 minutes to go.
Stuka keeping up that farm that is the Mash Parade. Pirates.
I know it is a bit tricky to say. Mash Piratos.
Yeah, so easy to say to misspell it and say mashed potatoes, but
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Maybe they're gonna try to recruit Red Potato for season 3.
Impossible.
That would be impossible.
Yeah. All right, 4 minutes to go. Hostile.
Oh, actually,
oh wait, Hostile.
taking,
Hostile are thinking about that first place. They've got a broadside against Stuka.
Bon, rien, mais je touche. Je veux strictement rien.
Or is that... It might be back to Skull again. I'm not entirely sure.
Let's check.
Oh, actually on the side of the back to skull there is a little fight. They just run into each other with mashed perados. Getting the hot type in Spanish now.
That's the problem with that name.
It's because we don't want to think about the toes. We want to think about the potatoes, but not the toes.
Yeah.
So when you get to the toe part, you're like, no, I refuse.
Too late.
I refuse.
Oh.
I know exactly why the struggle. I know it. I know the struggle firsthand. Hostile managing to stabilize their ship. They gotta watch out for backsplash though.
Back to Skull, got a harpoon and they have a good angle here.
Actually, they
Oh
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Hostile under massive pressure.
Yeah. They're getting a hostile.
Voilà. Bien joué ça.
Hostile trying desperately to
dommage.
snipe the man on the harpoon, but not really getting to it.
J'aurais cassé le mât.
That could be it for the back to skulls.
Allez, le dégagisme. Le
I absolutely
dégagisme.
think so.
J'aurais cassé tous les mâts là.
They're getting a constant angle and nobody's shooting at them.
Allez, on continue.
And even the master
Oh,
going
one
down.
master. Oh, yeah,
Perfect
both
target.
master down.
Messieurs.
Hostile in a very bad
Allez, allez,
position.
allez, allez, allez.
Oh, ça va être compliqué.
Back to Skull just profiting from it.
Tant pis,
Allez,
continue à
faut
se battre,
les
on va
couler.
tanker les verts, on va tanker les verts.
Absolument qui coule.
Faut absolument qu'il coule, les gars.
Tirez, tirez,
Il
tirez.
a tiré full en bas, gros, ils sont au canon là, qu'est-ce qu'ils foutent?
Oh, he got off the harpoon. Yeah.
Allez, on remet les voiles ou pas?
Ouais, go remettre.
Oh, actually, they gave an angle to the hostile team.
Ouais, j'ai remis.
Et go tirer à
Back
gauche sur
to
les
skull,
verts.
like just left them.
Yeah.
Putain, mais ils
That's
ont pas
gonna get
coulé.
Oh, that's
dangerous.
quite bad. Yeah, it's very
Sur les verts.
dangerous, and
À
they
quatre.
got another
Allez, à
crew
quatre, on
on
tire à
the
gauche.
front left.
Si j'y arrive, bien
I
sûr.
think it's mashed
On peut
perados.
tirer, on peut pas tirer, ils nous tirent déjà dessus.
Oh, on peut pas tirer.
Regarde les roues,
A lot
les
of
roues,
pressure.
les roues qui veulent nous déboîter,
Less
là.
than a minute
On
to
peut pas et
go.
on se fait défoncer. On
Yeah.
peut pas prendre l'ascendant quand on se fait défoncer.
Mashed perados
Oh,
shooting at the
oh,
back
oh,
to skull.
Faut tirer sinon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to
very
give
bad
up
position.
here. But it looks
Oh,
like
that's crazy.
Back to Skull's taking the upper hand on this one.
Yeah. It's actually one big fight, and all the galleons are at the same place.
Less than a
crazy.
minute to go. But it
That's what I
looks like Stuka has pretty much secured place, though in the top here for this game. Hostile in
Oh, yeah,
second
absolutely.
looks pretty safe too. It's more of a battle for
Well, back to
third.
skull actually did.
Hostile had a border, but he
Big
went
comeback.
down immediately.
Oh.
Vyhrabali jsme se, stejně jsme poslední.
And there you have it. We've got another victory for
Well
Stuka.
played.
Feeling pretty good about this. That's more like it. Stuka in the lead, Hostile second, Back to Skull third, Bafos fourth, and Mash Paratos in last. That is the results for game 7, and we got one more game to go, guys, before we fully wrap up. Here's Brawl Stage 1. Let's check out the standings. Which 5 teams will join the top 5? Hold on.
Hostile might
Let
might
me-
make to it.
let me bring you.
Yeah.
There we
That's
go.
the previous one.
That was the previous one. This is what we're talking about.
Oh.
Hostile and Stuka joining the top 5 right now.
Actually, like, if Hostile is doing a second place again, they might be first.
Yeah, true, very true. Come on.
They can take
And
it.
I'm happy to see that Stuka came back from from the very last position to the second position of this roster. I mean, it's back in the top 5. Can't wait for the last game actually, because it's so close between teams, especially like between Hostile and Stuka. It's gonna be crazy.
So, which teams can actually even make it now, and which ones are more or less likely gone? Red Shocks, what do you think?
Red Shark
There
doesn't
we
think
have it.
anything.
Oh, sorry guys. I just
no problem.
taking care
He was
of
asking me.
Roger real quick. Roger, always a guest in NAL. Golden Retriever puppy can't get enough of those matches.
He wants to learn from the pros. So, Rage, back to my question. Who do you think still has a chance to make it to the Pro Division, and who already has to see himself sadly out of it?
Well, I mean, I guess the truth is that it's too early to tell. Because remember, there are 2 stages. This is stage 1. Obviously,
Yeah, it's on the stage 1.
obviously you want to have a great performance and be in the top 5 right now, but you don't know. Next week, it could be the other way around. Teams could have, like, it could vary wildly. So, I'll tell you next week as we get closer. But we had a donation from Papa Roja. Red Potato, the best teams on the sea. Oh yeah, thank you so much, La Papa Roja. We saw him earlier today playing with Odin's Rat.
The game already started.
Yeah, the game's already starting.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Let's go.
Back to Stuka. Game 8. Here we go. Stuka getting on their way, but Mash Paratos gets the first shots on target.
Да, медленно, медленно.
Here comes the counter shots from Stuka. Obviously, devastating game 2, getting last for Stuka, but they gotta be happy. 2 first places like that.
Ну как все, игра 4.
Hostile has been pretty consistent too. I think they've gotten the first place that one time, and then they got 2 second places. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Yes. No, that's it. That's
been
it.
very consistent with good performances all around.
Красиво, красиво.
Stuka already taking. Oh, never mind.
Ебашим справа, блядь.
Speaking too fast. I was gonna say that they were taking the first place and they just went like 3rd place.
Yeah, no, it's still too early to tell.
Too early,
but
yeah.
I think Bafo's masked down. Let's check over Bafo's stuff. See how they deal with it. Yeah, indeed they do, and they've got Mash Paratos on one side and Stuka on the other. This could be
keeping up well. I mean,
Yeah.
until they
Very
ramped
good angle.
the outpost.
Yeah, this could be very true. This could be very, very delicate for Bathos.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, with Mash Paratos ramming the outpost, they're not gonna have any angle anymore on Bathos. That basically ends the sandwich.
Exactly, the dangerous thing is now Bathos is in the sandwich situation. They're getting hammered. Right. So, not gonna lie. The Mash Paratos, they made a good play with ramming the outpost.
Yeah, Bathos doing really good early on.
Rossi a destra.
Calling out back to Skull on the right. Now let's check out back to Skull and see how they cope with the Bathos screws broadside.
Hitting long shots.
Good volume of shots. Now back to Skull, having some difficulties in the set. It would be really big for them and their team morale if they at least can pick up a win here in the last game of the set.
Je monte, pardon, je monte.
Ok, les deux autres à droite, tirez à droite maintenant.
KO, faut mettre KO là.
Here comes the broadside on Mashperatos.
J'ai mis KO. Ça a touché.
Les jeunes ils sont à l'arrêt.
Allez, hop.
Je t'en supplie.
C'est bon, les KO ont bien touché.
Attention, au bateau.
Là, on farm aïeux, mais fais bien attention aux autres là. Te concentre pas sur les canons.
Les voiles.
C'est bon.
12 minutes to go.
Non, mais leurs voiles à eux, il faut les péter.
Faites des KO.
Ok, c'est pas grave, on se barre.
Actually, like, yeah, Back to Skull has great angle on the mashed Piratos, hitting shots, and one mass is down for them.
Il y a un bateau, regarde le bateau violet devant là qui nous attend.
Relevez devant.
2 mass down now. Only the main mast is still on for the mashed Piratos.
Yeah, main mass is the only thing keeping them going forward. Bafo's crew, very strong.
It's actually fun to see like that the European teams are mostly playing with only 2 sails, while the North American teams are playing with 3 sails. Like, it's totally different ways to play, and in a way, like, it gives advantages and well, disadvantages. But, well.
Oh, one of the funny bugs here for you got the orangutan glitch here on the Mashperatos.
He's
really
walking.
Doing a lot of work.
Oh boy.
That's a funny one.
And the anchor redrop again.
Yeah, they're
is not getting their anchor up.
This is a very close game. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Let's go over to Back to Skull. Climbing through. We see them currently in second, but you know they're smelling that first place. Already looking ahead.
It's quite a tight game so far. Like, all the crews are very close.
Bafo's currently already in a fight, but not for long it seems.
Vous pouvez pas tirer, genre. Les mâts, checker les mâts. Ils sont trop loin là. Faut se rapprocher.
Ça rien, on va mettre 40 points gros, autant répa. Ça va, on n'est pas loin en termes de points. On a assez bien.
We got 3 teams tied for the 2000s.
Ce qui a été bien, c'est qu'on s'est barré au bon moment.
In the 2000s right now. We go. Bafos, Stuka, and Back to Skull. Let's go over to Stuka. They've got Hostile. Oh my goodness, yeah, Hostile also in the 2000s. 4 teams in the 2000s. 9 minutes to go. And here comes the Mashperatos. Stuka looking to return fire, but they have no one on cannons right now. Mashperatos gets the initiative.
They have a beautiful Brawl here.
Very good from them. Here comes Stuka taking over, but Hostile still racking up points. Let's check it out. Hostile putting pressure on Bafo's crew. They have a really nice rotation. Actually forces the
Stuka now having a great Brawl here.
Now forcing the sink out of Bafos.
Yeah, Mashperatos are getting destroyed.
Is having
they're getting
not
a hard
beautiful
time
here. Oof.
Yeah, they're getting a really hard time.
They were
have
first
no
ahead
goal
of
and
Brawl,
getting...
but lost it immediately.
Yeah. I was hoping they could get some more points, but now like their masts are going down and they have no goal.
Yeah, Stuka really spotting the potential here, and it's really a trend because we saw this earlier on when they were Bowon Island on Kraken's Fall, Mashperatos. So you got to think if maybe that was part of the plan for them. There seem to always be finding their best farms on the Mashperatos.
Dasha.
Mashparatos goes down. And now it's 6 minutes. Oh, actually 7 minutes. That's
У нас все хорошо внизу. Одна дырка и очень. Такой зеленый, что ли?
Так, надо, наверное, ускориться.
Скидываю средний. Средний надо?
Скорее, полное
Всё,
ускорение, полное
полное.
ускорение.
Задний даю.
Держим по ветру, все. Оставим их, блядь.
Жмем средний матч, чтобы они попали.
Скорректировать надо немножко скорость. За этим островом надо загарпуниться направо на 50 градусов. Я скажу, когда.
Антон, давай, давай.
Hostile taking back over in the first place. But wait, I think they might have gotten boarded. What happened? Oh no, wait, they went for a board. Hostile were boarded. We actually missed that one. I think they might have gone for a board on Bafos.
Ils sont en train de se raser. Ils remontent. Ils sont deux à l'heure. C'est bon, ils sont lâchés.
This is paying off for them huge. Yeah, indeed it was. It was a board on Bafos. Bafos on fire, and I think they're anchored as well. Centrula goes down to a cannonball. 2 members of Bafos on cannons. And here comes the respawn. I wonder if they'll send boarders again. I think at this point there's really no point. You just have to disable the masts.
Keep that cannon pressure up.
And for Bafos, yeah, I mean, they wait any longer, it's only gonna get worse.
Yep.
Yeah, Hostile is getting some good shots on the. I think it's the blue crew, so Bafos, yeah.
Yeah.
Bafos just went down.
6 minutes
They
to
just
go.
the lead.
Il est dur en avant, en effet.
C'est les B2Z, faites gaffe à des mots.
C'est pas eux.
Ah, c'est les Stuka, les violets.
Oui, normalement c'est Stuka.
Je touche pas, j'ai l'impression.
C'est les Stuka, c'est les Stuka. Encore les Stuka là. Ils s'en vont. Ok. Je regarde vite fait la map.
Il va avoir un farm là.
Les rouges qui vont arriver sur nous. Ils sont loin, mais ils sont.
Man, the Stuka are not giving up yet. They're still smelling that first place. They want to win 3 here in this set. They've got mashed Pyratos in their sights again. This is what I'm saying. You know, these are the little things I notice. I mean, it's just too many times you see this happen. You got to start thinking, like, is this part of the strategy for Stuka?
It would make sense, absolutely.
Заднюю чиню.
Хорошо, прям. У них все задницы разбиты.
Куда стрелять? Перезарядка, и все за правый борт. 5 секунд у вас. Не башни. Направо пушки.
Hostile holding on to that first place with 4 minutes to go. Well, hold on, you can see Stuka has other plans.
Yeah. Stuka is quite close to the Hostile. I mean, they might give them some stress.
Yeah, no, this is for sure. And then Stuka putting a lot of pressure on back to skull. Now, my question now is, will Hostile target Stuka? Or would they settle for a second place finish here?
Лучше не топить, наверное. Лучше не топить. Только по верху, ебать. Только по палубе.
Let's go check out this broadside from back to skull's perspective. They've got 3 people on repairs. Stuka, well now they go back on cannons. But Stuka is so strong on this broadside, they already pick off Solanum with a cannonball.
C'est nous contre de quoi en fait? C'est nous contre de quoi? On est encore entre 2 bateaux.
3 more minutes.
C'est pas possible.
Je suis mort, Demono, vas-y.
I mean, Damano's so good with his buckets. Probably the best at the bucketing through the grates. I've never seen anything like it.
On peut pas se permettre de couler et faire 3775. de
let's
finir
give
à
some.
3600.
I was about to go first person on that because that's crazy how good the mana does it. I tried doing it. Yeah, I tried doing it, but the mana is. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see how he's gonna do it. Watch this. Watch this.
C'est à moi d'aller faire les copes.
Ok, c'est bon. On peut aller tirer si on veut.
That's
So quick.
Allez là, y'a.
It's crazy. Like, yeah.
So strong.
Now back in the action, Bathos is under a lot of pressure but also firing back.
C'est de la chandelle là, non?
Oh yeah, Bathos.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Like
players.
Stuka
Gonna
getting
battle with
all
Stuka.
targets.
Sono morto, siete in due.
Come, the last moment of the
Oh,
game.
whoa.
That does not look well for Bathos.
Oh, it's Stuka
No,
smelling
it
a
does
third
not look
victory.
good.
They're so on fire right now. Last moments of the game.
Еще звук смерти.
Hostile is struggling to keep up with Stuka actually because they're farming everything they can and hitting some very good shots on the cannons. You can see they're not shooting to sink but shooting to farm.
Если они сейчас резко выйдут, нам будет пиздец.
Back to Skull really is in a world of pain.
Oh my goodness. But look at Stuka though. This farm is taking them all the way to the top. This is securing their victory even more. The battle for first is pretty much over. Battle for second, over. Battle for third,
Yeah.
over. I mean, it's pretty much decided at this point. But what a performance from Stuka. Really, I mean, I was giving them a lot of crap for their inconsistency, but I am forced to eat my own words because they showed up just like they showed up for qualifiers. Stuka, unbelievable performance. Well done. And now
They might have heard you.
yeah, they might have heard me. I think they might have heard me. Stuka,
Well played to Stuka.
very, very impressive showing from you guys. That is definitely more like it. Hostile in second, Back to Skull third, Bathos in fourth, and Match Piratos last. That's the end of game 8. And now we all want to know
I think that
which team.
I think
finished on
Hostile is gonna be first of the leaderboard so far.
Yeah.
If my calculations are correct.
Let's see. Just waiting for the stats to be fully.
I think it will be like 29 points for
Hostile.
Stuka and no 29 points for Stuka and oh maybe not. I'm actually I'll be waiting for the stats.
Okay, here we have it.
Okay.
You are right. You are right. Here we have it. We end Brawl Stage 1. Hostile at the very top of the Notorious Arena League with 30 points. Stuka with 29 points in second. Odin's Wrath in third with 28. Born on Boat with 26 points. And Chaos Corsair is currently the only Italian team in the top 5 with 24 points and obviously breaking the record. What an impressive showing, and it is quite close being the top 5 for sure.
Yes, it is. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Quite close. That's why you're telling me it's like, well, which teams do you think are gonna have problems? This, that. I mean, this is one thing, but again, next week things could vary wildly. There are different lobbies, so you'll see a different mixture of teams next week. That will surely have an impact on the way this standings turn out. But I gotta say, I'm excited to find out which pro teams we'll have. That will be next week, Sunday, at the same time as today. I hope you guys all had a blast and enjoyed the show. I know I surely did. And I think we might do a winner's interview if we can find members of Hostel.
I'm sure we will.
Let's see if anyone from Hostel is hanging around there. Obviously,
Yeah, still, yeah.
ending the week at the top of the table, it's gotta feel pretty good. Let's see, one of the refs trying to get them in there. We'll see who they bring, who they decide wants to talk to us. Whew. All right. I think they all want to. I think they all want
I'm
to.
sure they will.
Here we go.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Here are my French boys.
Rano. Hold on.
Hello, Higgins.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, guys. Currently, we're joined by members of Hostel. Guys, you will be happy to know you end the first stage of the Brawl right at the top of the table with 30 points. What a performance.
Yes. Well played.
Very well done, guys.
Thank you. Really showing up today, and obviously, you know, you want to end up next week still at the top and secure your spot in the Pro Division.
Sure,
Yeah, that's all we want. Today we played like the most regular possibly, and we've done, I think, a lot of good things, and we need to practice to be on top next week too.
Yeah, different lobbies, so you know who you're going up against. You have to make sure you review the VODs and just get prepared. But what a showing. It was absolutely amazing. Obviously, you guys know today was a very special matchup for me because I wanted to see how you guys would do in the battle here. But obviously, very, very well. Congratulations. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. Is there anything you'd like to say to those Hostel fans out there?
Yeah, for sure. I will talk in French, I think, because all our fans are French.
For sure, do it.
Je remercie énormément tout le soutien du Holland des Violents, les LHV. Et je remercie énormément tous les autres des autres teams, que ce soit français ou européens. Thanks to all of the team who support us. I mean all of the team who we are in a good friendship with. And thank you everyone. Thank you. It was great. See you next week.
Yeah, that's a nice message. and of course, you know, this is a competition, and it's always good to see the good sportsmanship in the competition. So that's really, really nice. Yeah, we look forward.
For sure.
We look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
best
you,
wishes.
Rage.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And as we wrap up the show, Hagant, is there anything you'd like to say? Any big shout outs from Sea of Thieves France or anything at all? This is your chance. Do you stream?
Wow.
Anything you want?
I can just say that, well, we love all the NAL people, like we love all of you guys, and we love the stream. Like, this is one of the best competitions on the seas, and we love it. And, well, I know that the Skull Bowl and the NAL are quite close, and we're gonna have some amazing time promoting each other.
I love it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Big shout out to you guys. Fantastic. And we look forward to seeing you back as well, hopefully sometime.
Sure.
All
that would be a great pleasure.
And of course, Monokai, thank you so much for joining us, bringing a wealth of experience to the cast today.
Gladly again, my friend.
It's been a complete honor. Now, guys, as you know, it's a tradition here in the NAL to end the stream with a raid. We are so grateful for your support. Your support is the lifeline of the NAL, and we love being able to give back. So today, we will be raiding... Hold on. Who will it be? I think we're going to be raiding none other than Hardware Guy, one of the referees here in the NAL. We're going to be raiding Hardware Guy, spreading that love. I hope you guys join. And another thing I'd like to bring attention to is that I mean, to put this on takes a lot of people. This is really no easy feat. A lot of people deserve a lot of credit for this. It's an amazing production. I'm gonna play the credits. If you like the NAL music, you'll be happy to know that there is an extended version of the shanty that's gonna be playing there in the credits. A little blooper at the end as well. And just hang out and share some love for Hardwood Guy, an amazing referee. He makes the NAL happen. It's an amazing way to give back. So, thank you guys so much for enjoying the show, for joining us, and we'll be back next week. Here we go.
They fight upon the seas, and notorious they shall be. They sail for gleaming gold, and for glory and for fame. Any foe who meets them wouldn't dare to speak their name. Yo-ho, here we go, for riches or ruin, a sailing we'll go. Into the fray, we'll best any pirate who gets in our way. Fortune and victory, or death if we fail. Yo-ho, the battle is won, but mark me, the war here has only begun. So say, O ye ruffians, for fortune and fame, in hopes that the cup of victory will soon bear your name.
Really intense night of games, and wow, Chaos Corsair calling for early scuttle, really? Oh, wait a minute, they might have lost the player. It's the scuttle to desktop. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Here we go, raid Hardwood Guy, let's do it.